Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogion Monster here, and I am with my lovely co-host Iron Dogger.
Hello.
Welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as we like to call it. Hope everybody's doing good. It's Tuesday already. Damn, where'd it go?
I
Weekend
know.
flew by. How was your weekend?
Fast. It
Yeah.
went by fast. Yeah. Went by really fast. Hung out with Missy.
Right
Got a
on.
lot
How's she
done.
doing?
Good. Good.
So how's she gonna get her dog?
Oh, my sister?
Yeah.
Um, she is gonna get her dog when she comes back
Okay.
in a month.
Right on. What's up, everybody in chat? Breeze, how's it going? Mr.
Hey,
Lee, Danny Stanton,
Diane.
Stevie B.
Stevie.
Happy birthday, Stevie.
Happy birthday. I got a 4-leaf clover for you. Happy birthday.
Who else is here? Richie Evans, what's going on? Rex Hand, good to see you. It's a slow start today.
Sorry.
Yeah, right. I think it just went down. There's like 3 people in chat. That's all good. So yeah, I was in Webster, Florida, for a couple days.
Oh.
That's where my roommate Lynn has a piece of property, and there's a little cabin on it. It's like a trailer that had been added onto.
Oh, nice.
So it's like a fish camp type deal. It's right on the little Withlacoochee River. I'm not saying that again.
With your coochie, who? What?
Little Withlacoochee, yeah. Yeah, it's in the sticks, man. It's in the woods, you know. I haven't like driven around the neighborhood yet to see like what else is around. Um, like these neighborhoods, but it's kind of like I was looking at a map, and it looks like where this neighborhood is, where I was, is in a wildlife management
Oh,
area,
right on.
I think, or preserve or something. But it's also attached to like another wildlife management area, and then below that is like the Green Swamp. You hear a lot of stories out of the Green Swamp. Um, yeah, so had to go do some work up there. I might go back up this weekend.
Oh, fun.
Um, yeah, I put a tarp on the roof because the roof was leaking a little bit. So I went up and put a tarp on the roof. And what else? I got to do some plumbing. I got to take the toilet out. I got to redo the bathroom. The bathroom floor is shot. So, I, I got to.
Got some work.
Yeah. It's just, the place, the people who owned it before had it for 20 years, and who knows how long people before that. But it's I got the well pump working, and so there's hot water and there's cold water, and um there's air conditioning, so it's comfortable.
Nice.
There's a little room air conditioner. I mean, because the whole place is probably, I don't know. It's not very big.
It's funny because I was thinking, is there a way to heat it up? I forget you're on the other end of the globe.
Yeah,
You have the opposite.
insulated though. Papa Craig, what's up, man?
Hey,
Bob Van Buren, what's going on, Bob?
right on.
Hiveless B.
Yep, it's hot. Just no, see, not here. My pedals are frozen outside. So.
John Hall, welcome. Good to see you. Is it freezing outside?
Well, it's yeah. The lake hasn't frozen over yet, but the creek is.
Mopar, what's up, man? Reaching Cold Mountain before you. That's a long name.
Ooh,
Welcome.
AC, huh?
Who else? Huh? Yeah, yeah. Um, it was weird though, man. Like I was up there and there's no outside lights. Like there's one porch light and I left it off, but there's no other lights. And I turned off all the lights on the inside and I'm sitting by a fire, but the fire is just like it's just glowing embers. It's not even flames. So it's pitch black.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I'm sitting on this picnic table is huge. You could sit 10 people at this picnic table.
Oh, cool.
Um, and I'm sitting on the picnic table and I'm just listening. I have my audio, I had my phone with me and I didn't record like video at night because you can't see anything. So I had my audio recorder going and I'm talking into this and I look up to my right and I mean I had to look up. Like I I'd say it was maybe 100 feet out and about 60 feet straight up. So above the trees and in the property
Okay.
next to us, it's a lot, but it's all overgrown and there's huge trees. I look and I see two lights, and I'm like, "What the hell?" Because they came in from one side, and I'm like, "What the hell is that?" And it's like, "Maybe a drone," and I'm like, then they split apart, and one came over like along the top of the trees, and the other one was over here, but they were flashing. And I'm like, firefly? But these are huge. I mean, they're not huge. Compared to a firefly, these things were like probably the size, a little bigger than a golf ball. These lights, and they were bright.
No.
And they, the one I saw, it came over like towards, like it was coming towards me. It flashed 4 times, and then it went behind a tree, and then it must have went straight up or wherever it went. I don't know where it went, but I don't know what the hell it was.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
it
trip.
was weird. I mean, I didn't. Yeah, oh, and I had the audio recorder going, so I go to review it, and it didn't record. It didn't save it, even though I said save. It's because my SD card. I never set up my SD card for the phone.
Oh,
So if I go to settings and I look at the SD card, it says it's corrupted. So what I have to do is pull the SD card, throw it in the computer, download it, put it back in the phone, set it up so it'll erase everything on the SD card, and then I can, yeah. So I didn't have any recording of, and I was sitting there talking while I'm looking at this, going, "What the fuck," you
yeah.
know?
Oh, lame.
Yeah,
That
it
happened
was.
with my trail camera. Bummer.
I I don't know what the hell it was. Like I said, they weren't big, but they were up in the top of the trees. And then I realized it wasn't a drone because it dropped below the tree tops. So it would
See,
have had to
that's
go
like
through
that
the canopy. And I'm
thing
like,
that I saw. I don't know. Like it was too big to be, yeah, but too small to be a plane, or and it would.
no, these it
Could it have
wasn't a
been
plane. I mean,
debris?
'cause they were right over the trees. They came over and then they moved around
Uh huh.
with purpose.
Mm.
At first I was like, is that a firefly? But it's moving a little fast for a firefly. It's too bright and it's too big.
What do you think it was?
I don't know.
Mm. If you had
And
to
then
make a
that,
wild guess, what would you say?
I don't know. I don't know. You
Yeah.
know,
See, those are the mysterious lights.
those, and they were up in the trees. It was weird.
Huh.
Um, it wasn't like the 168 lights where,
They
they
were
were like
lower.
eye level and they were in the distance. These were, I had to look straight up
Huh.
and watch these things. It was weird.
Did you notice anything afterwards? Like any breeze, any changing
No,
temperature,
no,
anything?
it's, because it is, in the middle of the woods, you don't know what's out there. If there's anything out there, I put it out there. I stood on the edge of the river and was like, stated my case. I threw it out there. I was like, I am so and so. I am here as a student. as a teacher, as I come with respect, and I stood there and put it out
Interesting.
there, and said I am of, I threw out some things that I heard, that people had said that I think, okay, can't hurt, like I come in the name of the great creator, you know, um, just threw the shit out there, and you know, and I was sitting, I said, don't make me afraid, and I won't make you afraid. Um, because according to what I heard, that's the word they understand is afraid. They don't know scared. They don't know, but they know afraid. Um,
Hmm.
so I'm sitting in the same spot. This was before I saw the lights, and it's dark, and there's palmettos everywhere, and like 10 feet behind me, I don't know if something just fell out of the tree and landed on the palmetto, but it startled me. It didn't scare me. It startled me, and my legs went like real extreme pins and needles.
Oh.
It was weird. And then my
Hmm.
arms did it because it startled me. I looked, I laughed. They said, "Oh, you got me." And I laughed. And as soon as I did that, the pins and needles went away, and it was like gone like that. It was weird.
Hmm. That is weird.
Excuse me. So yeah, it would be a great base camp to go out and to camp there, hang out there, and then go and just find these other places to squatch or to go out and look or whatever. But the lights, that intrigued me. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. Was that shortly after you said that, or was that a while after?
It was a while after because I said it. It was still light out, and that happened at that those lights happened at like 9:30 at night.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Very
Yancy Scott,
interesting.
how are you? Good to see you. Michael Haywood,
Hey,
what's happening?
what's happening?
Hey, Blue. Nice to see you.
Yeah.
So, oh, Wit, it's Stevie's birthday
Oh,
today.
yeah. Yeah. It's Stevie's birthday.
Stevie B. Good to see you, Wit. Hey, Ida. Officially Forest of Monsters, what's up?
Hey, we haven't seen Wit on in a long
No,
time.
I haven't. Sawdust Beast, what's up, Mark? Good to
They
see you, man.
had Eric on Larry's show.
I couldn't get a signal. That was the problem. I was up in the boonies, and if I'd get a signal, and all of a sudden it would just vanish. So if I hopped into chat, I would have been all over the place. I would have been in and out. So I couldn't. I didn't even bother to watch.
Oh,
How
yeah.
was it?
It was good. It was
Right
really
on.
good.
Yeah,
Eric's always interesting to listen to, though.
yeah, he is.
No. Media
Yeah,
Palace, Eric.
I like his work.
Yeah. I like
Daniel
that he
Lundy, what's
comes
up,
at it
man?
from a journalist perspective, you know?
Brown Dwarf, what's happening? Sandra, you just fucking wave at everybody. Smile and wave.
It's just
Smile and wave.
natural.
Who
Doesn't
else is
everybody
here?
do that? What do you do? Just. No, I'm kidding.
I'm tired though. I I went to bed before midnight.
How long of
That's
a
like
drive is it?
about 2.5 hours.
Okay.
So it wasn't
That's not
terrible.
bad.
No, but I got sleep. But sometimes I take a nap, but I didn't do it up there. Um, did all my cooking on a fire.
Oh, I don't know what it is, but everything tastes better. It just
Yeah.
tastes
And it was
better.
just heating shit up in a pot, but still,
Tastes
or
better.
boiling water. I mean, I had it. There's a cook stove inside, propane stove, but I was like, no, well,
It could be tea. It'll taste better.
yeah. The water gets that smoky flavor or something.
Being outdoors. I love it. Yeah.
Who else?
That's
Known
all.
back home. How's it going? I see Jen in here.
Jen.
Might be wrong. I saw somebody say the word Jen. Media Palace, what's up? Eric, we were just
Eric.
talking about you.
His ears
Oh,
must have been
is that
burning.
why? Oh, yeah. Abs, what's happening? Hey, Pammy. Where are you at? Wait a minute.
Oh, look at that cutie.
That's my sister.
Hey. Nice.
Hope everything's going good. She's up in Jersey.
Is she getting married in February?
No,
Oh,
that's Jen. She's out in Arizona.
okay.
Shit, Pammy's been married. Hell, I don't know. Forever.
Forever. That's
Well,
awesome.
she met her husband at her job when she was like 15, 16,
Oh,
whatever.
wow. Oh,
And
that's
she still
awesome.
works at the same hospital
Oh,
30 some odd years later.
that's
Um, so, yeah, they've been together probably over 20 years, a long time.
that's awesome. That's admirable. My husband and I will be 20 years in February.
That's awesome. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad that people still stick it out. It's too easy to just say, no, I'm done. Next.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just too easy. Why bother?
We got a good thing.
Katie G, how are you?
I haven't seen her in a while. I was just thinking of her the other day. Well, the other day it feels like, but gosh, it was a while ago. We were ripping around, and I think it was Mark's chat. Rat-a-tat-tat.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. It's an old gamer thing where you kind of like virtually drive a vehicle, and she was running the guns and taking out the class.
Okay. This was in a chat.
Yeah.
You're one of those, huh?
Oh yeah. I've had to
No,
come.
there was another chat that they used to do that in. It was just weird. Like they do missions, fucking
Oh,
get in
that's
the, get get in the chopper, and we're gonna go to South Africa, and we're gonna rescue somebody. Yeah.
fun. Very cool. That's my kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now you got Mark shooting back. Murray, what's up?
Ducking. Duck and jive. Hey, Mary.
Might as well just sit here with spitballs.
I know.
I have to keep flicking them off my screen.
Oh, I know. And I had a little Nerf gun. I was gonna set here. I must have ran off with it.
BF Bud, what's up, man?
Hey.
So yeah, it's cool up there. So I'm like I said, I'm probably gonna go back up there this weekend. I gotta rip apart the bathroom, so I just got to go get some shut off valves because everything was piped. The people who owned it before piped everything in PVC, and it's just straight PVC, but it's half inch. But there's no shut off valves, so if I want to, I have to shut the whole house down if I want to work on anything.
Oh yeah.
So I got to throw in a couple shut off valves, and it's simple, you know.
That's
Um,
awesome.
so I can take the toilet out and the sink out and pull up the floor in the bathroom and see what I got to work with.
Redo it all.
Yeah,
You gonna do it in hot pink?
I hope not. Can't say no. It's not my bathroom.
Mine is.
Hey, Leslie, how are you? It was good. Did you just get here? Because you missed the whole light story.
Oh.
I saw some weird lights up there in the sky. They weren't high; they were just above the trees, and there were two of them, and they were flying around above the trees and in and out of the trees up top, but they were flashing. So I don't know what they were. They went away. I didn't take pictures. Um, what cup was that? Was that a Bigfoot cup?
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's from the fair.
Oh, right on. Bigfoot holding balloons. Yeah, so I don't know what those lights were. I thought they were a drone. Then I thought firefly, but they couldn't have been a firefly. They were too big and too bright. And if Mr. Lee 3PO, if they were small. Like, batteries not included small.
Hmm.
You remember that movie? With those little, yeah.
Yeah. Just yeah. Let me grab that.
Chasing the Truth with Sean G. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
Oh, and Miss T is in there.
Daniel, it's possible. Where is it?
Where? Who? What? What? What?
Fairies. Anything's possible.
Hmm.
I mean, I've seen like weird fireflies in a graveyard once in Jersey, and they did that whole they flash like strobe. Usually they'll flash on, flash off, or just once in a while. But these were like flash, 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 flash. I was like, holy shit! And they were all up in the trees in this cemetery,
Oh,
thousands of them, millions of them, whatever there were. But it was just cool as hell. It was the
wow.
coolest thing I had ever seen.
Wow.
Um,
That would be cool.
but again, these were too bright.
Hmm.
Too.
Was it kind of like what I videoed?
I don't remember.
Huh.
I know I saw it. I don't remember.
Okay.
Hmm. So, um, guys, sorry, we're sitting here babbling for the past 20 minutes. If you got any questions or anything you want to pop on, I am going to put the link in chat right now.
Yay. I think Mr. Lee wanted. I just had my ring retouched up.
Oh,
Mr.
right
Lee.
on.
I can't.
Just looks like a blob ring.
I can't really focus on it. It's initials.
That's cool. That's really cool. I that's that's why you're still friggin' married. What do we do about these? But okay, no.
Right? You take the ring off. You can't throw it at each other. God, what's that?
The alternative is just terrible thought. Off with the finger.
Oh, no. We got a good thing going.
No, you guys do. That's awesome. Hoosier, what's happening? Joe Parker?
Sorry, I'm doing everything to stay warm.
Oh, that's right. It's cold there.
Uh-huh.
I got the ceiling fan going. I'm not wearing pants. I'm feeling cool.
Well, my sister's going to head out, I think, Monday.
And she's coming to Tampa, right?
Yeah.
Right on.
She'll be there for about a month, and then she'll come back and get her dog and head back down.
Hmm.
She's worried about her dog because it's a water dog up here is not a problem. Being a water dog
Down here is bait.
down there is a major issue. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because I was on this river, and I don't know. I have to look on the map to see exactly where on the river it is, like how far from each end. It's only a 16-mile river, and it actually flows south to north, or northwest. But I was worried about, are there gators in here? And Maya's, she was trying to get close to the water, and I kept yelling at her, "Get away from the water! Get away from the water!" I didn't need her, getting snatched.
Yeah.
No, I'm. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So she's a little worried about that, about taking her dog down because of that reason.
Yeah, I don't blame her. I mean, fresh water. I mean, salt water. If you're going out to the beach, it's fine. But you get back into some of those freshwater streams and stuff, and Yeah. I don't know. It's just something about gators that kind of tweaks me a little. It's just
Yeah,
like, ugh.
I know. Oh my God. Oh,
What's up, Cans?
hey. Woohoo.
Who else? No, I'm missing somebody.
Oh, hey, Joe.
Lester Taylor, what's up? Yeah, yeah, we do have gators. But somebody had said they might not venture. Like, to me, it would seem they would just pass right through this whole 16-mile thing. But I haven't seen anything. I don't know. But better safe than sorry, because I love my dog,
Yeah.
and it was so cool. I mean, the whole weekend she wasn't on a leash or tied up or anything. She was just, she listens, and she gets to just hang out.
Run free. Yeah.
Miss
Yep.
T, how are you? Great to see you. Can you?
Oh, Sarah Palin. I'd rather have
Oh,
Todd on. I'd rather talk to Todd. Sorry.
why? Because he's a dogger.
Yeah. Yeah. I can give him more shit.
Shit, they pulled.
Don't get me started on her, though.
No.
I'll be a good girl.
Mogs, was that your first encounter of that kind or common to you? The lights. That was a little different. That was my first encounter like that. Um, at the 168 with Bigfoot Odyssey, we saw some lights. Um, Different lights. The lights that I was concentrating on, I think I know what they were. So, but this wasn't that. This was up in the trees. My experiences are paranormal. So I've seen an orb, um, just one. Oh, and that's if that's what they were the other night. I don't know. Could have been orbs. I have no idea. But they were high up. Not high, but in the treetops. Um, WTF, Mike? What's happening?
It's my nemesis.
Has anybody posted that link besides me?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'll just post it again. Yeah, if you want to come on, hang out, BS, talk.
Let's potty.
Stevie, if you're gonna pop on for your birthday, that would be awesome.
Yeah. That'd be really awesome.
She's like,
Thanks. She's probably all snuggled up in some cozy thing. Like, no.
Hiveless B. I don't know who this is. We'll find out. Hiveless B, what's up, man?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Iron
Hey.
Dogger. You are hot. Hey, how's it going, monster? How do I
going
say
good.
your name? I don't know. Mogollon, right?
No.
Mogollon monster. No.
Mogion.
Mogion. Oh, it's French. I see.
It's more Spanish.
Oh, I don't speak Spanish, but it's a lovely name. I like your channel. I have my own one. I hope you come over and speak with me on mine too.
And this is your channel, Hiveless B?
Yeah, I'll be myself, brother. Hello, how's it going? My name's Pete. Yeah, Hiveless B.
Hey, Pete.
Hello, Iron. How you doing, Iron?
Good.
Nice
How
to
are
meet
you?
I made Iron's day.
Where are you from, man?
Yeah.
UK, brother, but I'm basically in a squat, so I've got to be quiet.
Ooh.
I'm not really in a squat, but yeah. I got people sleeping, so I've got to be
No,
kind of
I can
quiet.
appreciate that.
Respect that. But I'm interested in flat Earth myself. I'm interested in the cosmology of self. So I don't know if you're interested yourself in faith, manifestation, the nature of self at the deepest level, what we are, because I think a lot of people get interested in things outside themselves. But actually, we are the real mystery, aren't we? I think.
Do you like Carl Jung?
Yeah, absolutely. Iron Dogger. Yeah,
Okay,
actually did a little show recently on Carl Jung.
right
So
on.
I'm gonna get really into the shadow self and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, definitely.
Wasn't me. My hands are here.
Where'd Dirk go?
I don't know.
Oh,
He'll be back.
we got four-way going. Get the four-way going.
Oh,
He
I've
was
had.
here.
I can do up to I think 10.
Oh,
Oh,
I bet you
okay.
can. I'm on the free version of StreamYard, so
Oh,
work
right
up to
on.
that, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I couldn't see. I needed. I wanted to have unlimited, so I just right away I was like, okay, I'll just pay for the the StreamYard
I'm
because
basically there myself, mate. Yeah, I'm basically ran out of the 20 hours now. I've got 2 hours left, and I've got a week until I can get it renewed. So
there
I'm
it
gonna end
is.
up paying. So
What's up, BD?
How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
hello, sir. Hello.
Sweet. Yeah,
Sweet.
I have not been on your show, man, and it's cool to be on. And here we are.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Yay.
glad you showed up, man.
Hey,
You got a lovely channel, mate. I mean, you're famous basically, aren't you?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Well,
yeah,
People aren't stopping me on the street, that's for sure.
well, I would. I would. Give me an
Right on.
autograph. Come on.
People, because it's funny because I can go to an event and people won't recognize me if I'm not wearing a bandana.
Oh yeah, yeah. I bet they do. I know. By the way, Mr. Lee, we share a couple of subs. Brandy, Mr. Lee, so they come over to mine as well a lot, and Lockbeard as well.
Right
Oh,
on.
right on.
Yeah,
Right on,
man. So
man.
I'm over at Lockbeard's quite a bit, and so that's how I met everyone. So yeah, and Brandy got me over here. So big shout out to Brandy.
Oh,
Do you do
thank
a
you.
you do a live show?
Yeah, I just did one tonight, which is exclusively as the Joker on a Tuesday, which is a bit of fun, like
hey,
comedy. Yeah, man. But basically, the rest of the week it's like impromptu live chats of all sorts. But I'm basically a truther, obviously. I don't know much about the Bigfoot thing, if I'm honest. But like I said, flat Earth cosmology, the cosmology itself, Carl Jung, as Ian said. I'm all into all of that. So we're all in good company, I think.
Yeah.
Awesome. Sounds
Yeah, man.
interesting.
She's
yeah,
she
I've
knows
been,
more than
I've,
I do about this.
I've been getting into a lot about the whole Joker, the lure, and what it's about, and it's pretty deep and interesting, man. The you know cards, movies, whatever.
Agent of
But
Chaos.
hey,
Yeah, the shadow. What it is, the shadow. At the end of the day, absolutely, yeah. All the archetypes, the archetypes, the different aspects of the
archetypes.
personality. It's about bringing them into the fore, integrating them properly, and the Joker is like represents the dark aspect of the psyche that, if engaged properly, can unlock a true comedy, because true comedy has a dark kind of edge to it. So
True.
it's all
Yeah,
good stuff. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on that Brown Dwarf deeper, further at another time, because that I don't know much about that in truth. So let me
yeah.
know.
I've just been getting into it, and but the latest, I guess the Joker movie with who was it?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Joaquin Phoenix. Is it?
Joaquin Phoenix. That
Heath
was deep,
Ledger.
man. If you look into that film, it gets really deep into it and very interesting, man.
Well, because I'm Heath Ledger's Joker, I refuse to see that film. But that's just me.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, yeah. No, and Heath did a great job, and too bad what happened to him after that. But he played the
Dude.
role to the end, I think. And yeah, once
Yeah.
again, the upside down, the hangman,
Oh
is
yeah.
also representative of
Well,
the
Tarot.
Joker.
That's right. What do you think of
Yeah.
Tarot, everyone? I mean, where you at with
Yeah.
that and star signs and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've,
I'm interested in it. I don't know what it means, but I'm interested in it.
oh, in tarot.
Well, the archetypes in general, but like tarot is
Oh,
one study of the archetypes, and so are the star signs. But yeah, I don't know if they actually, dictate personality types, but I'm definitely a Scorpio rising. That describes someone who's got an edgy front, but then I'm an Aquarian. I'm actually an Aquarian, but I've got a Scorpio exterior because I'm a Scorpio rising, and that's quite like me. I'm nice, really, but I'm edgy. If you just met me for the first time,
Wow.
you know.
I'm Scorpio also, man.
You're good in the sack then, brown dwarf. Yeah.
So they say.
So, oh, do they? Good to know. Well, this is
So
fun,
what
isn't
are
it?
you, Iron? What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Oh, that's right.
Family. Yeah. And what are you?
I'm
I can't.
Sagittarius.
Oh, Sagittarius. Well, we get on very well. You've got to be free, brother, and I too have to be free. You're fire. I think you're fire sign. I'm air, and I'm the king of the airs, so I feed your fire. So hey, not in a gay way.
Wow.
Just saying.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Exactly.
Gypsy Rose, what's up? Good to
Seinfeld.
see ya. Hey, Nikki.
So Mogion,
Yeah, man.
I was asking earlier, how many hits of Sid do you have under that bandana there?
Of what?
Acid.
Oh, none. I've dropped acid once.
What about what do
No,
you
I
with the
love
magic
that.
mushrooms?
Hey, I had a few of those the other night.
Oh, bro, I miss it, man. What are the best ones? The Mexican ones, aren't they? They're really amazing.
Oh man, there's Mexican ones from I think Oaxaca, and you get your Thai, and what's the other ones? I forget. It's another Asian country, Cambodian.
Right.
The Cambodian ones, and yeah, all these different mushrooms are amazing, man. Even not the non-psychedelic ones. I mean, you can get into your lion's mane, chanterelles, your king boletes, also known as porcinis, and edible ones. And mushrooms are an amazing thing. I don't know if you guys ever check out Paul Stamets.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, and he gets deep into them. And
have you watched Fantastical Fungi?
No, I got to check that out.
Oh, you will love it. They get all the way into the mycelium and how that is a part of the way that the forest is communicating with,
Yeah.
And it's really intriguing.
And the mycelium is underground, and they say that the biggest
organism
one of the biggest organisms, and it's here in Oregon. I just recently moved to Oregon now. I'm in Southern Oregon, and the mycelium here goes for miles and miles, and it's just like almost like the internet, and it connects with all the other plants and trees and whatnot, and very interesting stuff, man. I suggest for people to check out and get into the world of mushrooms, and I think it's could help us.
It is very intriguing for sure.
Yeah, I don't know too much about different mushrooms.
Yeah,
I love picking them
too, like people that do microdosing of it and stuff,
Yes. Oh yeah. And that's what I've been doing is the microdose, because I mean, back in the day you'd go overboard and get into a heavy trip, but even the microdosing is a good way for people to, I've heard it's been helping people with depression and
PTSD and
oh yeah,
it will help get people off of medicines, like all sorts of stuff.
And another character in the whole mushroom world, the fungi world, was Terence Mckenna. I don't know if anyone's familiar with him. And he went in deep, and even with other psychedelics like DMT and stuff like that, and yeah, man, you get into other stuff like ayahuasca is helping a lot of people, and these psychedelics, it's just something to research and check out.
It
Sorry,
is.
guys. I
You
was just
know.
checking the mic. My mic dropped out for a second. You can hear me now?
Oh,
Yep.
Yep.
You're good.
Oh, good. Yeah. Sorry, my mic just stopped working. It happens on StreamYard sometimes. Sorry about that.
No
Carry on,
worries.
Brown Dwarf. Didn't mean to interrupt, brother. You were saying?
Oh no, I was just talking about different psychedelics and stuff, and how in either ceremonies or even microdosing, like Iron Dogger mentioned, is
Yes.
really helping a lot of people out. And not only that,
Depression
I
and
mean,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and even like cleaning up. I have heard like even oil spills. They're working with certain fungi to help clean up oil spills and weird things like that. The
yeah.
fungi, man.
A lot of stuff, like even like they've found like they can use it like it's stronger than like plastics and stuff like that, and also being biodegradable, like the material side of using it as well. It's just the possibilities are endless.
Have you
Yeah.
guys ever seen the Bill Hicks bit where he does a bit about the a monkey taking some mushrooms out of some cow pat, right, and getting enlightened basically and start giggling?
Yes.
But what do you recommend? Oh, hello, Papa Craig. Hello, Papa Craig. Never met you before. I've always seen you in Lockbeard's things, but it's really good to see you. Hey.
What's up, Papa?
Oh, can't hear you, Papa.
Papa, we can't hear you.
Can't hear you. Ground control.
Hey, testing, 1, 2, 3. Papa on board. Can't you see?
That was
Try now.
Yo, peace.
Deuces. Yeah, so you're mentioning Bill Hicks. That's the comedian, correct?
Absolutely, one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah. So I mentioned Terence Mckenna earlier, who was a Yeah, we call them psychonauts. These guys that would experiment with psychedelics. That's right. He also was into the theory of the primates or apes that would follow cows that would drop dung, and mushrooms would grow out of it, and so these beings would consume them, and that's what helped evolve them into what we are now. So that's kind of weird.
That's where Hicks got it from, then, basically, right? Hicks must have got it from McKenna, surely, right?
Probably, man. Unless he was tripping.
What do you think of that as a theory, like boosting evolution, a catalyst for evolution? Because I know when I took them when I was like 16, and they definitely switched something on for me. You know what I mean? Like it could engage your nervous system, switch on certain, like some DNA, and I've never been the same since, as far as I'm concerned.
I've had that discussion many times, like even watching the squirrel, because I have this little, I don't call him a pet, but he's like stays outside the cabin here, and he will harvest shrooms, and he will pack he hoards a whole bunch of them, and I found out that they will take him like through the winter and sit there and they're basically tripping balls in their little pens. So I'm like, I'd never heard of that before, but I don't know.
Stoner squirrels. I'm going to do a whole bit on that now.
I've watched them haul them off, so I don't.
Papa, can you talk to us now? Guess not.
Papa Craig, sometimes I pull out the audio and it'll reset, and you just got to make sure the mute's not switched on. But I just pull the whole audio box out of the laptop or whatever, and it sometimes resets when I'm using an outside mic.
It's not muted here.
Right. Okay. That's what I had to do just then, before, to get back on. Good sign language. Very good.
So we've been having a problem with ground squirrels around here.
Oh.
And my excuse me, my brother introduced me to a recipe called squirrel melts, and I guess it's basically like a squirrel sandwich with cheese, and this lady online, gives you the recipe, and haven't tried it yet, but
I'll pass
We
on
lost
that.
iron.
I'll
Well,
pass.
you'd starve to death if you had to eat Alaskan squirrels. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'd sooner eat pigeon, which I'm not keen about, but you know. By the way, Mr. Lee is asking me for some reason to do a Cockney accent. Who, Mr. Lee, why are you trying to get me to do a stupid Cockney accent? For who? Why are you getting me to do that? That's how Mr. Lee sounds, everyone, just so you know. You're one of your mods. One of your mods is from London.
Judy.
Yeah, I'm aware.
I know. I'm sure you are. What did he have to do to earn the spanner, Mr. Lee?
Mr.
He's been loyal. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
he's been around forever.
Well, listen, guys, I think I'm going to have to jump because, like I said, it's late here. I don't want to wake everyone up, but it's been really fun. And by the way, anytime you're welcome to come over. I'm not. Yeah, we do all sorts like comedy and stuff. So it'll be really good to see you all. And thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciate it.
My
I'll learn
pleasure.
to pronounce the name properly for next time.
Anytime. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Definitely
Appreciate
have to check it out.
Maybe kick me because I don't. Oh yeah, here you go. I know how to do it. Do I?
I got it.
Yeah, you kick me. You kick me, brother. You kick me.
It's funny. People suddenly realize now they have to do something. They're like, "Oh shit! How do I get off the screen?"
How do I go away?
Yeah, Mr. Lee has posted. I believe he posted Hiveless Bees channel. So check that out later.
I don't know how many of these I got. Rick. He was asking how many I picked. I'm trying to collect enough. My son's birthday is tomorrow, so I'm trying to collect 19 of them.
Oh wow!
I've been on the hunt.
Mike, WTF Mike is pawning wrenches.
Hey, he's got a nice shop.
Very nice. Well, considering how much land he's farming. Papa, can you hear us yet?
Nana.
All right. What would be the issue here?
Maybe his mic on.
Go into camera mic settings and check the mic setting down below. Go camera mic settings and check your mic setting. Make sure it's on that microphone. So, Dwarf, man, you been doing any? You been hitting the beach at all, or I've seen.
Well, I'm no longer. So that was when I was back in Humboldt County, California, on the coast, and I was near the beaches at that time, and sometimes up in the hills also, and a lot of activity out there. And the Patterson Gimlin film was not too far from there in Willow Creek, and so a lot of activity out there as far as orbs and Bigfoot and whatnot, and so I've left the area and now in Oregon, and dude, super squad here too, and haven't had the chance to explore. Just been moving in and working, and then a lot of my gear got burglarized back in California, so I gotta get my gear back and get out there.
That sucks, getting robbed.
Oh yeah, it's like a kick in the nads.
Yeah, I used to watch. Actually, I'm a mod on your channel. Now that I think about it.
I gave you a wrench, eh?
Yeah. For a long time, man. But I used to watch, some of your videos where you'd walk the beaches and, you'd see these different structures with driftwood, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Excuse me, I'm closing a door here.
How about now, Papa? Any luck?
I
Papa,
think
you
we
on
had
yet?
him there. Tokiski scared the crap out of me.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah.
It's so you
So
joke.
Mogian, yeah, those structures would pop up on the coast, on the beach. Different types of structures, a lot of like TP shaped and whatnot, made out of driftwood and stuff, and up in the hills too, man. It was just this bizarre thing, and yeah, it could be people,
Sure.
but a lot of times some of these structures were just immense, bro, like huge structures with thousands of pieces of wood, some of them, or hundreds pieces of driftwood and whatnot, and it was just really weird. So I tapped into that whole scene of the structures, and yeah, man, I was just finding them all over the place, and I was just like, wow, well, there could be something here. And I was matching them with people that were finding them in other states, and it was like the similar thing, and it's just like, all right, wow, there could be something to this here.
Well, I mean, it would make sense that them walking the beaches and hanging out on the beach for the shellfish or whatever. I mean, there's tons of food there.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was on the beach there in Oregon, just not even 6 months ago, and found those tracks, and they were. I don't know if you saw that. You probably didn't see that video, but it was like a long distance. Like there was over 6 feet between the.
Oh, the stride.
It looked like someone was running. And I don't know. My son and my husband couldn't meet that stride, and they're not shorties. But I don't know. And I keep hearing all these things about, them being found on the coast there and on the beach. And a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
the locals say they will find them on the beach in the early morning.
I believe it. Even my second sighting, I claim to have two sightings. And so my second one was in Trinidad, California, and that's right on the coast, Humboldt County once again, and seen it walk across the 101 freeway, and sure enough, down in that area, that's where I find a lot of the structures. And even David Paulides, in one of his books, had written about in Trinidad of a report of a Sasquatch swimming from rock to rock, and supposedly it was eating some sort of seabird eggs and whatnot. And I wouldn't doubt it.
No, it makes sense.
Hmm.
Um,
Also, they could be just using it as a quicker route, to get from place to place.
yeah, Leslie says they will come out to do clam digging as well.
A
Hmm.
lot of the Alaskan sightings on the coast have said that.
Yeah, and just south of Trinidad, you got Clam Beach, and yeah, of course, a bunch of clams there, and a lot of structures I've found in that area, and yeah, who knows?
Papa, read that.
That's what I was asking, if it was his mute on the cable. I did that once, twice, maybe a few times. I don't know.
Drum roll, please.
Hello? Papa?
Hey,
Oh, man.
Papa.
Damn it!
Baba! Baba!
Don't preach. Sorry, couldn't resist.
You almost made me bust out in song, and then everybody would have just
Phil,
went
what's
away.
happening? Good to see you. I'm sure. Patrick Vaughn, what's up, man? He's still alive and kicking. That's good. So we just get to stare at your pretty face, huh, Papa?
Right?
So they just rang the dinner bell for me.
Oh,
So I'm gonna go.
lucky. What are you having?
I have no idea, but
Ooh,
Pot
that's
I think
luck.
exciting.
some sort of vegetarian soup.
Hey,
Interesting.
It's-
nothing wrong with that.
No?
hey, so I'm gonna go hang out with the fam here, and it was
All right,
great
man.
being
Going
on,
up.
man. And not,
Yeah.
yeah, now that I know how to do this, I'll be on more often, man, if
Oh yeah,
possible.
man.
Very cool.
It was great. I got a lot more experiences and encounters that I would love to share with you
Oh,
all. And
absolutely. Anytime,
Awesome.
brother. Anytime.
yeah,
Okay.
man, you
I'm,
guys
I'm,
take care. Much love, and
You too.
stay safe
You
and
too.
take care.
you do the
All right.
same.
Ciao, ciao.
Peace.
That was cool.
So what are we doing, Papa? I'm just gonna look at you with that perplexed look on your face.
Can we mimic Papa? Sorry, Papa.
I can't look that like
I'm in a mood tonight.
Flat Rock Booger. What's up, buddy?
Hey, bud. That was awesome. You had 2 new guests come on.
Yeah,
I've seen Fabulous B in
I've been
chat for.
following Brown Dwarf. Shit, it's going on years now.
Oh, really? Right on.
Yeah, since soon after. Oh, damn! Come on, bud. Let's see what you had for dinner. It's still in there.
But did you see Stevie's comment? Oh my gosh.
Not yet. Oh, where's he pointing that camera? Be careful.
Whoa. Hey, hello.
Papa tried cheap earbuds. Who just did? Stevie did that the other day with the earbuds. Wait, is she just say something about almost seeing
Stevie.
tonsils?
Man. Oh, that was Sean.
All right. Yeah, it was probably. Dude, I'm getting motion sickness. Tell him you can hear now. Just watch him move his lips and Mo can translate. Oh, come on, dude. Don't do that.
Oh, that'll be entertaining. Oh my goodness.
Make me
Ooh.
hurl.
Go back and see your face upon the attack. Okay. See, I still haven't gotten used to her bark, like that's my sister's dog. I'm still babysitting my sister.
Yeah, you jumped. That was funny.
But
It's just lying straight up to him.
I know, he's just straight up starting. He wants to see the entertainment roll. I have 17, Stevie. So I've got just a few more to go.
Damn, they're just like all over the place up there. Do you have to really search for them?
I just in this little area, I've just managed to find a whole bunch. Well, my husband did it first. And now I've been scouring.
My dad was awesome at finding 4-leaf clovers. He could just walk up to a patch of clover and bend down, and he'll find a clover like that.
That's my husband. And I was like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, he could have probably found 50 of them by this time. That's awesome.
So what do we do here?
So, okay, where's Papa at? Oh, we get half
He's
of Papa.
there, but we got an ear.
Right? Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks.
Well, that's because
You started it. Yeah. Now we ought to make you sing it. Just because. If I sing it, my cat might start howling.
So and Papa, the dog will start barking. And so Any luck, Papa? Because
Is the cord all the way in? Test and see if the cord is all the way in. Sometimes it's just a little, like just a hair out, and it. Or it's a setting. If his mic goes in and out of the earpiece, sometimes if it's not all the way pulled out,
he's gonna have
reboot.
to. I'm gonna have to put him backstage for now.
You don't like looking at his light?
Not really.
Come on.
Oh, he's there. I got somebody else backstage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it a surprise?
Not really.
Why you do that? Oh, hey.
What's up, dude?
What's up?
What's up? I'm just getting started. I have a lot of questions talking. Basic news Saturday.
What's the news?
I'm scared.
You what?
You're scared?
I went into a museum. I want to show you this book.
Okay, Cherokee History, Myths, and Sacred Formulas.
Yeah.
By
Teacher. Oh, sorry, I'll read it for you. Cherokee History, Myth, and Sacred Formulas. So, they're telling me about a spear figure now.
The spear finger?
Spear finger.
Yeah. It says, if you go there, me and my 4 people on 3 teams, we're going to go there. I just let you guys know this other day. I get there, I have this barn torch.
Oh, a torch.
Yeah.
Right on.
A barn torch in the middle of the woods. And I have been standing behind the torch, light up. And I have to give her offer.
An offering?
So you're going to have the torch lit. You're going to stand behind it and make an offering.
Yeah.
You're just asking for trouble, aren't you?
After that, I have to call out her name. And she will come shows up.
Ooh.
And then what?
Yeah.
I don't know about this, guys. If she come face to face to me, I don't know. What? I'm gonna tell a spirit figure no harm. Or she will attack me. I don't know what happened.
No one really knows, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Not that lived to tell about it.
Right? I don't know. Like if the
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't go pushing buttons like that.
After that spirit figure for expose, and then my father showed for my final expose and the hot sauce. Hot sauce. I mean, chocolate.
Chahula hula.
Yeah.
Chahula.
Oh,
that's some good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What we're talking about this night.
What was that?
I said, what are we talking about this night right now?
You said you're doing it Saturday? You're going?
This Saturday, October 2, yeah.
Right on.
With 4 other people?
No, I'm going there at 2 o'clock. I haven't gone White Sand Mountain. You ever heard of White Sand Mountain? North Carolina, Chassis County.
Oh.
White Sand Mountain is 3,000 feet high.
Okay. So you're going to go there at 2 in the morning. You're going at 2 a.m.?
2 o'clock afternoon.
In the afternoon?
Oh, in the afternoon.
Yeah. Investigates in afternoon and night. I have a light torch and she will shows up. I don't know what happened. It's scary.
I don't know, dude. That just sounds a little don't poke the bear.
Should be interesting.
Yeah,
I go out this weekend and put my intentions out there, basically to say don't kick my ass.
I know. Every day I keep saying, please, I want to be your friend.
But you put it out there.
Mhm.
Why not? But the whole, I don't know, doing a ritual like that,
Mike.
doesn't do it for me.
Hey, look.
Oh, hello, Pearls.
Hey, Pearls.
How are y'all tonight?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. I'm checking in. I've been off the internet a while. I took a break. It's been great.
I bet.
It's good to do every once in a while.
Yeah.
Kind of what I
Yeah.
did this weekend. I was in a place I didn't really have a signal, so I didn't bother even trying. I could walk around and nah.
Well, hi, Aaron. And yeah, I just thought I'd pop in. It's like I got to pop in and say hello to family here, okay?
Yay.
I'll check
Glad
in
you
every
did.
now and then, huh?
How's everything going with you?
Good, good, really good. It's just the weather's been great until it rained past couple days, but shoot, it's just been nice. We had a touch of fall. I saw a V pattern flight of geese,
Oh, wow.
Canadian geese fly in, iron, and as soon as, there's a pair that sit in my yard every year and they just flew in and they go to the neighbor's lake first. And when they go to courting or whatever they do, I get a pair in my yard, and they like my clover or something.
Did they show up when I was there? Didn't they show up that? I know you
You may
mentioned
have
it.
heard them, yes. You
I
may have
remember you
heard them.
mentioned it. I think they did show up.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, love them. And when they get this far south, that's something for us.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Did you make a video?
Well, no, I did last year and I took it off, and I'll put a new one up this year, but I'm not so good at it. I don't have a GoPro.
I don't. I just use my phone. That's all I use. That is
The phone
really.
travels, it goes.
Yeah. I love your videos, though.
Arn is so faithful, she really is. She's into nature like me. What it is when I see something and it's like, well, I have to catch that moment. My last video, if you have to have keen eyes and you might need a desktop and to darken the picture right in the middle of the focal point of the picture, and you will see the biggest red-tailed hawk with the sun shining on its breast. And the breast is apricot, so it shines, it glares white in the sun. And she's sitting in a perch tree and it's huge. I mean, larger than life. And you'd have to have a good eye to see it though in my amateur little video,
You do good.
Yeah, I call you Iron Dogger, but it's not with any disrespect. It's with great respect. We women are tough. We have to carry on, Iron.
That's right.
Indeed.
That's
Well,
right.
yeah, I come from a Cherokee grandmother.
Woo!
You're my mother, and she was a pioneer woman for sure.
That's awesome.
She knew how to hunt better than most men up in the Ozarks.
Like yeah.
Yeah, and in the Ozarks, the land she bought was full of rocks, and gravel. I mean, you're in the Ozarks, it's mountainous. And she paved her whole driveway with rocks from a garden across the street.
Oh, wow.
Wheelbarrow by wheelbarrow, Yeah, we're talking work, people.
Wow, that's
It sounds like something my dad would do.
Yeah.
There's a road in Mexico that, they did that. It is just, that stuff is precious.
She was just so used to living in the middle of the Ozarks and nature and holding her own. I mean, that's what you do, your life, your people. It's, in every country song you hear, you might think about somebody way off far in the woods and, oh yeah, they're living large on life. But gosh, she had everything. I remember something called, it was purple speckled butter beans. I mean, have you ever tried one? They were
No,
huge. I
never
mean,
heard of it.
they were bigger than quarters. They were, and yeah,
Uh,
things you could get on the farm, heirloom seeds, you know.
there's family in Cooksville, Tennessee, and that is
Just
the
put the
first
salt
time.
shaker to the garden with you, you know.
What's that?
You just took the salt shaker to the garden with you, you know.
I was just gonna say that Grandma Roberson down in Cookville, Tennessee, she had an amazing garden, and that was the first time I ever tried okra.
Okra, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if
That's
you're southern, you say, I want some fried
starchy.
okra. Okra.
Yeah. Oh, it was
There's
good.
actually okra growing in my front yard.
Hi, Forrest. It's nice to meet you. How are you tonight? I call you Forrest. You're officially Forrest of Monsters, correct? Yeah. Huh? It's nice to meet you. We were just carrying on. Just chip in and chime in anytime you want to, okay? Okay, all right, I'll carry on.
I'm gonna just.
You tried.
All right, and if anybody sees a hawk in that last video, you have better eyes than I do, because I was looking at it in the tree and the sun just blinded where the
It's
hawk was.
yeah, but it's right there. Like you can see it.
Well, yeah, and it's way up a pine tree.
Mhm.
That's, I don't know, that's a good, at least 40 foot in the air. That pine, I'm trying to, standing on my back stoop, trying to focal,
Hey, you've got some big
And
trees
I
in
had
your
a
yard.
bird's eye view of it though. When you take it in your phone, it's so far away. I don't know how to use Zoom. So I'm technically illiterate, Moggs.
Yeah, I'm not far behind you. Surprised I made it this far.
I'll leave that technical stuff to people who have more. They're just have more finesse at it. Everybody talks about their cameras and their GoPros, and I'm sitting there going, okay. I really was blonde earlier in life. And as I'm older, I'm getting older, and okay.
That's too funny.
Yeah, have to be me every now and then. I'm just
been
glad
me
to
on a
see.
nonstop
I'm
roll.
just checking in with everybody, and hello down, in chat and wherever y'all are viewing Mog's channel and with Iron. I know you have a good time every time you're here. Where's Polly? You didn't
try.
kick him out, did
Yeah,
you?
where
Y'all,
is Polly?
I've been
Yeah, now
gone.
that
Y'all catch me
now that you
up on
mention
all
it.
the juicy stuff. What's been happening?
I know. I keep hoping he's going to show up as me some night.
Give me some sauce. Yeah, come on. Well, yeah, Polly.
That would be funny.
Ah.
I know.
That would just be hysterical.
It would. That's the kind of stuff that would make your belly laugh.
Okra is good boiled fried
Ooh.
pickle. You better believe it is.
I had
And
it pickled and fried. I've never had it boiled.
And I love brown roux gumbo made with okra. Yes, indeed. A good brown roux. Yeah.
Natural thickening agent.
Yes.
Pure starch.
Yes.
It's
I'm still recovering
just
from
the
the quarter
flavor
cow I
and
ate.
texture and how long you cook it. Yeah. Some people,
I don't mind. Like I said, there's okra growing outside, but I don't even know how big it's supposed to be, how small, or like when do you pick it?
Smaller is better for the fried.
Okay.
Yeah, the small for the fried. Okay. And those are the the fresh. And you can even eat the blossoms too, Moggs.
Ooh.
Those are good. And you can even fry those too.
Really?
I know you can do zucchini blossoms. The flowers. You can bread those and eat those from zucchini plants.
Yeah.
Yum.
Yeah.
The goods.
Well, I
So,
saw Brown Dwarf prop in earlier tonight. Well,
and
I
he's
was
back.
here.
And
Yeah,
he's
and
back.
okay,
Dinner
yeah.
was good, huh?
Hey,
Yes, and you had
yeah, we had
someone
like
from the UK in here tonight too. He had a lovely voice. Yes, love. He was spiffy. Ah,
Yes, it was
oh, yeah,
awesome.
he was. He had a lovely voice. He's going to go far if he's got his channel. That voice alone was mesmerizing. I was listening to it. And I don't know what his name was. What was his name, Moggs?
Which?
Oh, Hiveless Bee.
Oh, Peter? Was that his name? Peter? Didn't he say his name?
I didn't catch his name.
I didn't catch
Pretty
it.
sure he said his
He
name was
was
Peter.
from the UK. I really heard him say that.
But it was funny because the way he did the American voice, I was like, something's not right.
I know. I was like, is it
Oh,
Polly? I thought it was
you
Polly at first.
No,
can-
no, I knew something wasn't right.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was Polly at
And
first.
then when he
Oh,
British,
love, you can flip the coin on that and put a little acting in it for sure. Yeah,
That's
I'll
why
pop
Mr. Lee needs to come on
really
too.
good fun with y'all tonight. Oh, he's back. Oh, for sure. Talk to me from across the pond.
Say hello to the lovely pearls.
like to get,
You know, I've had the pleasure of talking to a lot of people on some other forums on voice that were from across the pond. And, you know, he reminded me earlier of a friend I used to have named Sativa. And if I ever see him out on YouTube, you know, he never show his face, but he would always talk. And he would just entertain us for hours upon hours.
Did you say sativa?
Sativa, yeah. I've been looking, yeah.
What
And,
a
I
great
like sativa
name.
myself.
perhaps he's still in Italy, okay? Yeah. He was an awesome person, yeah. And he did sell sativa.
yeah, sativas are fun to smoke.
It's true. He was
Indeed.
it's true he was masterminding it, you know, growing it high tech.
Poutine.
He'd tell you all about it. You know, but then again, he'd tell you about the cosmos too, and that's what, you know, the person that was here earlier tonight. It reminded me of an old friend that I hadn't seen in a while, and Lord knows if that person had popped on your channel, Moggs, we would have been just rolling or enthused, or had to get us a drink and a Coke and a smoke, and yeah, we'd had to sit down and listen a while just to the entertaining, you know, that it was about every subject under the sun you could imagine. Just
Really.
yeah, esoteric. Yeah, you would classify that as esoteric, you know, and esoteric can form old castles, you know, old castles, buildings, the mud floods, you know, not necessarily
Oh,
conspiracies, whatever. Yeah, just combine it all together, you know.
mud flood stuff is intriguing.
What is that?
Especially when it comes to layers of soil and aging and dating and how that's all done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a theory. Well, there's a
Yeah.
growing. I don't know. I would say
Mm.
it's an internet theory. I haven't seen an official paper on it, so I'm just going to go with it. It's an internet theory right now, but that there was an actual mud flood back in. How does I can't I may screw up the dates, but they basically say a mud flood happened, which actually caused a change in our history. And am I getting this right, Seven Pearls?
Of Alaska, you know.
No. Like this mud flood theory.
Okay. Okay. Yes, because I know of several around the world. That's why I was trying to be specific.
Okay, yeah, the one that I'm talking about is the one where he's talking about in America. Yeah, exactly, Lockbeard. It is a total load of crap.
So
But
it's
it is
not-
very entertaining. Either way, it's very interesting to it's like
He's
flat
neat.
Earth. It's entertaining.
Sorry.
But yeah, anyhow, they claim that there was a mud flood that wiped out part of America, and that's why there was all these homeless children, and then it caused them to change, what was it, 1400 to 1500, or I don't freaking it's some crazy crap, but it's entertaining.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But
It's
they
a
also
keep
say, like,
on
that's why
going,
the
yeah.
buildings, yeah, that's why buildings are, underground, is because there was a mud flood. I
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have the dates and everything all
Yeah.
wrong, I know, but yeah, there's
Yeah,
something to that.
yeah. I think we've all seen maybe some videos here and there of the armchair surfer's world of explore everything. Yeah, those bored days. We're tired of staying in. We're tired of these masks. Mardi Gras is not here yet, but we need bling for those. We need lights on all of them this year, y'all. Just make a statement going out. We should have developed a business, you and I, Iron. We could have put bling all over them,
I'm collecting bead necklaces for
all right.
when
I
Yes,
have
right.
somebody's backstage, and I didn't realize.
Aw, you.
Sean, I apologize, brother. I didn't realize you were back there.
That's all right. What's going on, folks?
How are you?
Hi.
greetings.
Hey, Iron Dogger, officially forced the monsters. What's going on, brother? Brown Dwarf and Pearls. Nice to meet you guys.
Hey,
Well, hello. How are you this
Cheers.
evening?
I can't complain. I just got finished eating a chicken biscuit, and we were Miss T and I was fussing about gravy on fries, poutine, and she already knows that they don't serve poutine down here in the South. So
Yeah, but no, but you can. I don't. Shit. I'm from Jersey, and like every diner has what they call disco fries. And it's French fries with brown gravy and usually American cheese or some sort of cheese.
well, I've here cheese and bacon, maybe some onion or something like that on top of jalapeno. Garbage fries, yeah, all day long.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, Mike, doesn't poutine have cheese curds in it
Yeah.
though?
Yeah.
Those are good.
And the poutine is more of a Canadian thing, eh?
It is Canadian. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I've never had the pleasure of having any poutine.
Well, that's easy. Just get you some, let's see, I think chicken gravy. Make you some chicken gravy and toss it on
Well,
top and throw anything
okay.
else on top of there. And you got official Canadian cuisine up there. There you go.
All right.
Canadian cuisine.
I'm a fan of cheese curds.
Chicken and dumplings,
Oh, pearls, yummy.
Real good cheese curds they'll squeak on your teeth.
Ooh, I like a good cheese. Any kind of cheeses.
Yeah, but I
Fine by me.
like cheese.
We're
He's
snacking
got
on some.
no idea there. Poutine, you learn something new every day. See, that's the fascination for me, is to learn something new every day, Boggs. Yeah, I'm after that.
Right on. What was that, Brown
Impressed
Dwarf?
that Barry calls it gravy, the proper gravy. So just saying.
Yeah,
Just
we're
saying.
snacking on some Gouda cheese earlier and some
Ooh.
Gruyere. How do you say it? Gruyere?
Yeah.
Salt
Oh, that's
rottenness.
right.
Salt rottenness. Yep. That's what I call salt rottenness.
Oh, yummy.
He's
That makes
teasing
it
us.
sound
You can't
yummier.
let it through,
It's amazing
Is,
how
is
we.
someone
Go ahead.
is someone smoking some sativa and everyone's got the munchies now?
I
No,
know. I'm hungry now.
Talking about food.
no,
It's
no,
a
not
hybrid.
time to bake oatmeal cookies yet.
Yeah, it's all
Yum.
indie. So I think Rick has something to show us. Hold
What do
on.
you got, Rick?
Let me see.
Or Michael,
I'll
or
let him know.
whatever I'm calling you this week.
Ah,
Drum roll.
Wait, me?
He doesn't realize
Yep.
that we're talking to him.
Got tired.
I just sent him a note.
I was just listening, learning. I just want to show you that my accounts are, accounts are my learning research.
Your research, yeah?
I totally forgot. I should fill this on this journal.
Oh, is that your journal?
Yeah, my brown leather journal.
Ooh.
Yeah, my learn about this stuff like this. What?
Who wrote that?
Huh?
Who
Is
wrote that?
That's
That's your writing?
That's good.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Very
I think
good.
that is.
I'm artist from my high school 2 years ago. Well, I'm almost 19 now. So after research, spirit figure in my binder proom and my face her, I'm gonna write this on it, write prove on it, prove.
Well,
Oh, okay.
right on. Yeah, wait,
Well,
the other hand.
And I put all prove in here for 20, 30 years.
Wow.
A lot of,
Yeah. Give him a thumbs up. And you have your own channel. And have you been showing that on your own channel too?
He's got. I mean, he's. It's not a new channel. I thought it was. He's got
well,
about
he's
100
great
videos
for
out.
his age. Yeah. Right on, as
Oh.
Moggs would say.
I can't help it. That's
Well,
Arizona
I
did that to
coined
me.
it from you. Yeah, I did. I stole that, Moggs. I coined it from you. It was just the perfect moment for that. Oh, right on. Yep. And yeah, because sometimes Moggs says that and he really means it. He's smiling when he says it. He means it when he says that. Generally, yeah. He's in
Generally,
agreement.
no.
Yeah.
It's
Hey, Mogi,
funny. What's up?
I was gonna mention I was watching a UFO documentary earlier, and so you did spend time in Arizona, correct?
Oh yeah, I lived there for 10 years.
Wow. So they brought up the Phoenix Lights.
Mhm.
You remember? Anyone remember that?
Oh yeah, 93 or
Yeah.
90
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, and then did anyone hear about the 7 guys that were near the sighting, and they were up? I think it might have been a national park or state park or whatnot. But 7 guys went missing and were never found again the same day that the Phoenix Lights happened.
Oh.
Didn't hear anything about that.
What
Oh, man,
mountain
dude.
was that? Was it an
Not sure, but it was not too far from Phoenix. And you could look into that online, and that tripped me out.
No, I'll have to check that out.
Well, if it was
Wasn't
near
Papa
Phoenix.
there? I'm sorry. I thought someone was
driving a truck. Was a truck driver. It was Joe. Wasn't it? Joe Pass?
Was it
Yeah.
Joe Pass?
Squatching Cowboy. He was driving a truck and he was parked. He was in Phoenix and he saw the lights.
Oh,
Oh,
that's cool.
is that you, Joe? Joe's in chat. Hi, Joe.
There he is.
Then
Well,
Coast to
maybe-
Coast cover that live as that was occurring back in the day. Old Art Bell.
Did he?
Yeah. Oh man, rest in peace, Art Bell. I'm not sure. He might have covered that, but I know he was at a Pahrump, Nevada, and man, he was, to me, one of the greatest out there. You know, as far as interviews and his voice and his questions and whatnot. And yeah, too bad he's gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was a favorite of mine. I've listened to most of his shows. So
Yeah, he had.
And who?
I didn't.
who's the-
I'd never heard of him until I got into YouTube, and then I was like, "Well, who's this?" And then I get turned on, Coast to Coast.
Now it's Chuck Norrie, right?
George.
George Norrie. Yeah.
But then who's the other one? the other one that's one of my favorite is George Knapp, and he's also out of Nevada and does the coast to coast thing and has some amazing interviews with David Paulides and just has gotten into the UFO thing, and he goes in deep.
Definitely, yeah.
There's some good stuff out there.
Yeah. I think there's like, I'm trying to remember. Spaced Out Radio is the other one that's starting to be kind of like that.
Wait, what did you
Well,
say? George Knapp is the
George
best.
Knapp is the
I
best.
remember when that was just, when we could pick that up on the radio, when we couldn't pick anything else up on the radio when we were camping and, a lot younger, we at least had the radio where we could pick that up, and we'd get it on AM channels like at 11 or sometimes 11 at night or 2 in the morning, depending on when it was. And it was always an opportunity, we were always learning something. Yeah, because you heard from around the world, that was, the radio piped in from around the world. So many different people like you're having here, Moggs, where we have a variety of people popping in. Yeah. And to just tune you in. Yeah, it's awesome.
Hey,
Well, it's
and
really
I love
cool 'cause- Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No worries. I was just gonna mention that I love I'm usually up in the mountains, in the woods, or somewhere remote. And when I could tap into coast to coast, I love hearing the intro song.
Which one?
The coast to coast intro song. There's a certain song that the theme song for coast to coast that they play, and it's awesome. It gets you prepared for whatever they're going to talk about.
Well, when you're out in the middle of nowhere camping, you can pick something like that up. For instance, if I visited my grandmother in the Ozarks, oh yes, on the rivers up there, you were lucky you got anything on the radio. and to pick stuff, because that's how far it reaches. Even though we all have YouTube channels, and some of us are doing really good, and some of us are just being normal people. Moggs just gives people like me a chance to be normal somewhere with them, okay? Or maybe, I don't know. It's debatable.
Yeah, we have fun.
I couldn't help it.
He has me on here. I mean, come on.
What's that?
So we have me on here. So.
Well, we talk about
right?
and paranormal subjects, and pretty much anything, whatever the fascination, we love you, and I'm going to bid you adieu. And Sean, it was nice to meet you, Brown Dwarf, and the other earlier gentleman, and you too. And I'm calling you Forrest because you're officially Forrest of Monsters, and it's just easy to say Forrest.
It's a cool name.
Hey.
Yeah, it just is. Yeah.
So being up in Southern Oregon now, I mean, it seems like the further you go up north in the Pacific Northwest, the stronger the Sasquatch, Bigfoot phenomenon gets heavier. It's amazing. You'll see people with stickers. There's several museums. I know Cliff Barackman from Finding Bigfoot just opened a museum himself. And I guess it's not too far. It's maybe more on the coast, but I mean,
Sean, have
the
you
phenomenon.
ever tried? I'm sorry, Sean. Have you tried talking with Duke? Have you done any shows with Duke?
No, I don't believe I know who Duke is. Who's Duke?
I'm sorry.
Duke, his name is Brian Sullivan. World Bigfoot Radio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
they call him Duke.
Shout out, Duke.
No, never have. Never have.
a shout out, it's because Duke's an interesting person, and he mentioned the Northern Pacific, and Duke has seen some things there, and
Well,
that
Duke is in Montana.
And
I
Duke will take
know.
anyone out, right? He
Yeah.
doesn't charge. He'll take anyone
No.
out.
No, he'll take, Duke. It just struck me that would be a great conversation, Sean, between you and Brian.
That'd be cool. I always love talking about cryptids. That's one of the things that kind
Yeah,
of piques my
that's
interest.
smiling, thinking about what y'all could probably talk about and just reel us. We'd just be sitting on the
Right.
edge of our seats, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I talk
Good
about
point,
anything
Bill.
from UFOs to Bigfoot to
Yeah.
Dogman, cryptids, ghosts, any kind of paranormal.
Near-death
That's
experiences.
near-death experiences. That's near and dear to my heart. But
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
who's
had a few
another
of those.
What's
another
that?
guy who
I've had a few of those.
another guy. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
One-man band. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, another guy who I've been getting into lately is I don't know if you guys are familiar with Steve Stockton.
Oh yeah, he and I are pretty good friends. He's one of those fellows that when he and I talk on air, it was like he feeds me a story and it reminds me of a story, and it goes back and forth. And by the time 2 hours are blown, you're like, "Well, I still got stories to tell, but it's 2 hours are up." So,
And
And
Tom,
he's
Name's
is one
not
of those.
familiar. I can't put it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the older
This is-
gentleman.
Yeah, older gentleman,
Yeah.
White
gray hair.
beard?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's
Got one of those iconic voices that you just can't
he's got
mistake.
the voice.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's got the voice.
And he's out of I think near Portland, Oregon. So he's in the state here, and yeah, I've been loving his works lately, and he's been doing a lot of cryptid stuff and missing persons, and really good, interesting topics.
About catch him on every night, actually. He's been doing let's see, Ghost Stories at Midnight for 220 some odd shows now.
Wow,
So-
yeah, I just started getting into that. So he's got the
That's
what is it,
it.
Missing Persons and Mysteries channel, I believe, and then he's got his own channel that's 13
Past
after midnight, past
Thir-
midnight.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's it. 13 past midnight.
Because I think Iron, you mentioned him to me. I think.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Because he's got the that Ghost Stories at Midnight. That's really interesting.
Yeah. He used to live in Northeast Tennessee there for a while, and anytime I've got any kind of stories that has to do with that area, he's all over it like white on rice.
Wow.
Excuse me.
So speaking of someone mentioned hauntings and whatnot, so I just got this spot here in Southern Oregon, and it's an old farmhouse
Ooh.
from the early 1900s, and man, I've been hearing voices, weird sounds, from footsteps to even some strange books that I had out that were thrown off, and then a particular book would be left on the table, and it was almost like a sign, like read this book, and it was about paranoia and what. I've been tripping out, man. I've been saging this house, smudging it, and but so far the spirits seem to be pretty friendly.
as long as they don't take your butcher knife out of your kitchen cabinet and throw it at you, you'll be doing good.
Right?
Well, I got a ghost story that happened to me last night.
Well, go for it.
Yeah, Miss T and I, we were Skyping each other, and I said, "Hey, I got to go to the kitchen and go down the hallway and take a right." And I live in a century-old house, so here I am going down the hallway, and as I'm going, rolling down the hallway in my wheelchair, all of a sudden, a light behind me. I've got two lights behind me. Just black out. It's not like I blacked out. It was like, okay, so I stop, and then I go back, and I've got cameras all over the place. And I said, "Hey, Terry, you need to go check the hallway camera." So she's got access to hallway camera. She said, "Yeah, I see something." And then, of course, I do a lot of rebuking, and I didn't hear anything after that. But strange stuff like that does happen. And of course, Miss T mentioned something to that. I was on I was on the phone with her earlier with my aunt come by, and she mentioned something about having ghost stories in this house. And my aunt's got big saucer eyes and was like, well, I don't know anything about that. I was like, okay, Terry, you need to shut up about that because that's scaring her. So
yeah, I don't tell my partner about the activity because I don't want to freak her out, and at the same time, she doesn't believe, so it makes me seem crazy. So maybe I am going nuts, but I think there's something going on here.
Oh no, it's there.
Yeah, the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me in this house, other than seeing a full body apparition upstairs, was when I first moved back into this house after I had my amputation of my left leg. I actually rode into the very bedroom I'm in right now, stopped. I don't know why I was in here, and something pushed me forward behind me. I could feel the hands on the back of my chair push me forward. And it was a pretty strong push too. I was like, "What the heck's that?"
No, I would not have liked that. No.
And I live in this big old 2-story house all by myself.
Oh, I think I'd have a cane attached to my wheelchair. I mean, it would be a weapon.
I've seen a picture of the staircase in the house.
There's actually, I've got another picture while I was doing a live broadcast. It was from a hallway camera of something sticking its head out of my bedroom window while I was in the dining room doing the live stream, and I was the only one in my house.
You just lost iron.
For sale.
Just like,
Nope.
Well, another entity energy pushing me. I would not have handled that too well.
You hear that a lot, though. People getting little, especially on stairs.
Yeah.
What is it with that? Well, I never got pushed on the stairs. I just, everybody gets creeped out in this house, which, I live here for how many years now? 6 years now. And I'm perfectly okay with it.
I'll say the most thing that ever creeped me out about restless spirits was having one walk straight through me. And
oh my God, I know a ghost story like that. I was a respiratory therapist in this old hospital. Ooh. And just had started doing the respiratory therapy, and my partner come into the respiratory office, and she looked two shades whiter than a piece of paper. And I said, "What's wrong?" "This thing just walked through me. And she literally was just shaking like a leaf. And I said, "What's wrough?"
It's a horrible feeling.
She walked out of a patient's room, and she said this guy walked through her, and she said, "I could feel the sweater on me. You could
smell their scent. Wow. You could probably, yeah. It was. Right, you could feel their whole presence, and you almost lost your own in that sense because they walked right through you. It was a force that just walked. Yeah,
Barry's had that happen.
That was one of my most mortified. That was hard to experience, go through, and then think about it later, Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and didn't want it happening again. That's right. Because it was just too much. I mean, that's like being, if we're all electromagnetic, but if you're this far from someone's nose, you can feel their presence, their whole body aura. I mean, come on, but feel that walk slap through you of something that wasn't there 1 second and walk straight. You watch it walk through you the next. And that's mind blowing, That
would be a buzzkill.
Had I not been kind of, paranormal most of my life, Moggs, I would have lost it and needed therapy. But I've seen ghosts since I was a young girl. So, I mean, but to have one walk through me, I did not like that presence. I just, I didn't like that. That was too much. It's one thing to guard yourself, and you're doing your own thing and whatever, whether you're exploring or just noticing, you know, but when there's no guarding yourself from that, usually when you, talk to a ghost or notice it, they're gone within, mega blink of an eye,
Leslie says it doesn't walk through you, though. It doesn't.
I've had one walk slap through me. I don't ever want it happening again.
Is that a semantics thing, like float through you, or?
No, I'm talking you felt
No, I
their
was
life
asking
presence force walk slap through you. No, you knew that something invaded your whole being and went through it.
That lady I worked with, she said I could feel that sweater on him as I walked right through him.
Oh yeah, that poor lady, because she's not crazy. I
think she changed. Honestly, I think she changed profession. She went to be from a respiratory therapist to a nurse, but I don't know how that helped. But it's
really.
wild.
Well, okay, yeah, I don't know, but
you're staying in the medical profession. What?
Didn't mean to go on about it, but
you're not avoiding.
I thought about it, I thought, well, I've had that, and that was no fun. That's one heck of that's a hell of an experience.
Nobody believes in spirits. You have to. I've seen too many people that I was lucky enough, blessed enough to share the last moments of a lot of people's lives, and a lot of times I saw them talking to people that had passed on.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And, you can't, how can you copy that phenomenon from one dying person to the next? Tell me that, if you're going to be skeptic, why is there more than one person? And I've seen dozens of people like that, even my own family members that have done that, saw people that they hadn't been alive in my lifetime talking to them.
Wow. Yeah, another entity I've been hearing a lot about lately is what they're calling the Glimmer Man or the cloaked predator. I don't know if you guys remember the Arnold
I've had a couple of
Schwarzenegger.
people calling about that Glimmer Man. It's supposed to be, it sort of looks like a glossy, clear something another, kind of looks like a oily, I don't know, shimmery thing. I don't know what it is, but it's interesting to talk about.
Oh, yeah, and it's coming up a lot lately, and there's been some good YouTube videos. I believe it's this lady out of Washington, Barbara Shupy, documented something like that. And actually, my brother recently documented something like that. So I'm gonna have him send me the video so I could try to post that on my channel. But yeah, that I don't know. It's a weird phenomenon, and it was put in a movie back in the day, and it's really surfacing now these days. A lot of people reporting that,
and some film of that. Wait.
I used to work in this old sleep lab that used to be an old ICU that's converted over to EEG/sleep lab. Had a bunch of people describe to me a ghost. 3 different people over a course of 5 years described to me a ghost, the same thing, same description. And I was warned about a ghost called Carson for years. And it was just weird to hear that. And all of a sudden, hey, Sean, were you in my room last night? I was like, no, actually, I wasn't. So, well, there was some dude sitting in the corner there looking at me. And then I realized you have hair and he didn't. Was there anybody in there with me? Nope. I can honestly tell you no. That was the first encounter. Second encounter was a little lady, probably in her 20s, screamed out, Sean, 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 in the middle of the night. Here it is. Everybody's asleep, and kind of weird, quiet sensation. And you hear that screech. Lauren in there. This thing just jumped on my bed. I'm like, what? Yeah, I saw her on the camera. I was like, what?
During your sleep.
Yeah, I had full
Analysis.
camera on each one of these people all
Wow.
night long. Every
Right.
minute they were in that bed.
Right.
And then the third person, right before we moved out of that section into another building, she waited until I started unhooking all these wires off of her, and she started saying, "This place is haunted." And I was like, "Really? Okay, what do you know?" And she described the same thing, same room, same guy, bald headed with kind of like a short sleeved button up collar, looking at her. And he said, "I thought it was you for a minute." And again, she said, "This person was bald and you're not." And I was like, "All right." He said, "Yeah, I'm kind of sensitive like that, but yeah, this place is definitely haunted." So
Have you heard? This would be really interesting since you're in that sleep.
All right, what just happened?
Yeah. What? Well, did,
I
still
clicked
on?
somebody on and they disappeared.
oh,
I don't
it's like,
know, but I'm
peekaboo.
going to bid you adieu and let that person have a chance. I love you all. Love to everyone who's viewing and in chat tonight. Love y'all. I just had to check in. Sean, enjoyed it. And,
Oh, Pearl,
Iron
thanks for
hang in there,
Thanks,
we're
sweetie.
always rooting for you and praying for you. And Stevie, you too. I know you're watching and listening. We love you too.
Stevie's birthday today.
It's her birthday.
Oh,
happy birthday.
okay, well, happy birthday. Oh,
I have to send
Well-
this one to her somehow.
Hey, that's
Okay.
cool.
But
well,
Pearl,
love
thank you so much for popping
Thank you,
on.
girls.
you. A whole lot
You're
about
such a
nothing,
sweetie.
but I love you anyway.
You're so awesome. Thanks
All
for
right.
coming in.
Have a great night.
All right.
ciao.
Be
See you
safe.
later.
Bye. Huh.
She's such a sweetie.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah.
is.
So what
So-
was that question?
So okay, so there was this dream analysis where these people were seeing the same person in their dream. Do you know
That
what
one
I'm
that
talking
went
about?
over the internet. He's kind of bald headed and buck
Yes.
kind of.
Is
I've
that a,
seen that is a phenomenon. Have I personally
Okay.
seen it? No, but it is all over the place.
okay? So you've heard of that then?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the one thing that the science does not know, we don't know why we sleep, other than we do it and we have to,
Right.
and we know what happens if you don't sleep. You go crazy,
That's right.
and they don't know why we dream. There's so many doctoral theses out there just because
Right.
you can't prove what you're writing about.
Yeah. And have you seen that Russian sleep experiment?
Which one?
Like I guess not seen it, but there's a lot of the one where they kept them in there for was it 70 some odd days?
Kept
And they
them
were going
asleep or something?
bonkers. Yeah.
Oh,
they
kept them
were- It's a
awake.
Russian
Oh.
sleep experiment. You should look into. Oh man.
Well, there's been so many experiments.
your
You
skin crawl.
can, young grads or graduates or whatever, need a little money, saying, "Hey, we'll pay you X amount of dollars. All you have to do is sleep in our sleep lab," and they'll wake up and wait until they're about ready to hit a certain stage of sleep. Usually, it's REM,
Right.
and keep them up that way, and that makes them go bonkers.
Mm.
But a few bucks here and there, well, we'll just wake you up. You'll get back to sleep, but we'll wake you up every time you hit a certain stage of sleep. But it does make them go bonkers. Yeah, Miss T, that's why you're so crazy, honey. I love you, by the way. Yeah, the sleep is just a wild thing. The one thing I got into sleep medicine was for prophetic dreaming. Why is there so many occasions where you hear stories about prophetic dreaming? So many people with 9/11, I think I've mentioned this somewhere on a live stream. So many people had premonition dreams about the 9/11 attack. Even I have had one. So you kind of wonder, are we all communicating with each other on some sort of subconscious paranormal supernatural level, which I believe so. There's a lot of people out there that some doctors think that we dream all these crazy dreams because we're working through scenarios to prepare for a future event that we think that might happen. I don't know.
That is interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody says that they know why we dream or why we sleep, they're telling a freaking lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird sometimes mostly boring doing sleep studies, but every once in a while you get a couple wing dingers that you're going to wonder, what the heck did I just witness?
Right. So did you have any of them experience like the Hat Man or any of that stuff during your sleep experiments?
Not the Hat Man. I've seen so many shadow people / shadow creatures, depending on who you want to talk to. Usually it was a harbinger of death. When I was a respiratory therapist, I would see shadow people just run right past me, and I would inadvertently find a dead body right after it. And it went crazy. I actually tried to call into Art Bell one night when he was on extraterrestrial radio, on Sirius Radio. And I think he called me that night. They were doing the last Halloween show right before he quit doing that Sirius Radio thing. And it was the one. Here's the story I was about ready to tell, but it was about my shadow creature. I was a respiratory therapist and taking care of a ventilator patient that was in a coma, and then I had an arterial line, which is for arterial gases, where you don't have to poke on the patient's wrist so many times. And there's a certain sterile way you got to go through the whole procedure. I'm not going to go through it, but it takes a time and it takes all your attention to do it. And we were about ready to prepare for tomorrow night. We're going to have a potluck dinner, potluck lunch or whatever. And I thought a nurse came in across the way from me, across the bed, and I started talking to who I thought was there, saying, "Hey, what are you going to bring for tomorrow night?" And the nurse I thought was there was notorious not to say anything. She's usually hard of hearing and faked it when she didn't want to talk to you. So I didn't say anything. So I got to the point where I was done with the sterile procedure and I could look up. I looked up and there was this black thing standing in front of me. And I got about mid-riff, and this thing was like a trap door was under it. It opened up and it either was pulled under the bed or fell through the floor. And I was like, holy cow. And that patient died the next day, actually.
I wonder what they would have brought to the potluck, though.
I don't know. I think that night, that one we did fried taters. Fried taters and bacon.
Definitely strange, man.
Yeah, the house supervisor got in trouble for it, but we did it anyway.
Hey, Sean,
crazy. Yeah.
Was that Art Bell show, was that the Midnight in the Desert? Or I remember he had a...
Midnight in Desert didn't happen until after he got off Sirius Radio, and I think he and Heather Wade went over there, and I think Heather Wade quit doing that, so I don't know what's going on with it.
Hey, Leslie. Leslie, can you hear us?
Uh-oh. We got another audio problem?
We're having another mic issue.
Crazy. But yeah, it's crazy. The way I've got my show formatted, I've got the unscreened open line similar to what Art Bell does, and it is amazing who calls in. I've had everybody from Squatch to Bigfoot to Dogman to ghost sightings. Had this one guy call in that literally within 23 hours of him being flashed by a blue light while driving, and had 2 hours of missing time, and 2 hours later he was 20 miles down the road still driving his car with no odometer changes and no gas hand changes or anything. He's like, I don't know what happened. Then 2 or 3 weeks later, he called in the show again. And he said there was this black SUV with blacked out windows that followed him around for a couple weeks over in High Point, North Carolina.
Wow.
And that was just strange. And I was like, am I really listening to this? Is somebody trying to punk me and tell me a freaking story? But, you listen to these people on these open lines.
Show.
Yeah, that was a crazy show. And you never know who's going to call in. I just hand out the number and people call in with these wild stories. It's up to you to believe it. A lot of people say, well, I don't believe that or whatever. Well, that's up to you.
Yeah. It's a good story, though. Either way.
Who's asking if I know of anybody who's died in their dreams? I don't know.
Miss T asked that, actually.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I have fell off bridges in my dreams, but I always wake up before I hit the ground.
Mm-hmm.
that kind of deal. I've done that so many times. As an old train trestle that used to be down the road. I thought I was falling off the end of the train trestle there, but I always woke up in a big, kind of a shocking panic, like I fell and hit the bed. But I've heard of people. I don't know if you die in your dream, do you wake up dead? That's kind of hard to prove because if you wake up dead, then you can't really tell it.
That's always been like a myth or whatever. Like if you die in your dream, then you die in real life.
Yeah, that's like Matrix, that Matrix subcategory thing that goes along with that movie. But I don't know. I heard of people dying in their dreams? Sort of offhandedly, yeah, sure.
I've never, no.
Yeah, that'd be really.
Never died in my dream.
Well,
pretty close.
Yeah, some of my dreams have been so gnarly. It makes me think of this lifetime that we're in now is a dream, and maybe when we die, we wake up to another reality or something.
Oh, Francesca brought up something. She says she flew in her dreams. Now, here's something that I'll ask her, and then if she'll answer it. How did you feel after you flew in your dream? Did you feel elated afterwards, or depressed, or just high spirits? How did you feel after you had those flying dreams? And I have asked this question. I couldn't tell you to everybody I've ever talked to, and they always give the same answer. So I don't know. Wait until she tells that end of the thing. But I've seen people sleepwalk. I had one guy. Oh my God, scared.
We lost Leslie.
Oh no! Question for Sean: have you ever heard of anyone who had a dream where a boyfriend was speaking with them?
Wait, what?
A BF was speaking with them. From Barry Browning. I've had people say that they've had. Bigfoot.
Yeah,
not boyfriend, right?
Oh, not boyfriend. Bigfoot. Friend, I got you. I got kind of off. I wasn't thinking in the cryptid.
That's okay. Yeah, I had to think about that for a minute. I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah,
do Bigfoot, I know of anybody? Barry? I had this guy that called in a couple of shows, and actually the last show too. He goes by the moniker of Owlman, and I think that in the background we're trying to vet him out, see if he's actually telling something or not telling something. But he stated that they has this thing called mind speak.
That's telepathy.
It's telepathy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's told stories about this. That he's been around people that have a mediumship or whatever you want to call it, and these Bigfoot talk to him through these mediums. Could it be happening? Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people that are in the know with Bigfoot researchers, but
I forgot about that part, that he had to use like his sister as a go-between.
Well, he has.
And there was somebody else too, right?
Yeah, there was somebody named Shelley or something like that in the first of it.
Yeah.
And then the second part, he had a sister or something, and now his wife can do it, but his wife is quote unquote afraid of doing this. So I don't know.
Wow.
Well, but it's kind of hard to believe. Some of it's really out there, which chasing the truth is one of those things you got to stretch your mind to, open your mind and say, hey, this might be possible. Could it be possible? Sure.
Well, if you remember his story about, what they called God, the great creator.
Yeah.
And there were a few other things that he mentions. Well, I actually used them, some of his suggestions and some of his ideas this weekend, before I went out. Like not before I went out, but I stood at the river and put it out there, to anything that was out there, who I was, and remember he mentioned the name 3 times. I did that. It was just I just threw it out there because instead of going out to look, I stayed in one spot on this piece of property and I just listened and watched. But
I think what you want to do is just say, hey, they interpret intention. Your pure intention. Yeah. So that's what I got out of it. Was it did he have a lot of information that I said, hey, he's onto something? Did he have a lot of information that I was like, I have no clue what you're talking about?
There was a lot of.
But that's part of the fun of having open lines. You never know what you're going to get.
Absolutely.
You don't know if your chain's being yanked or if you're being handed the holy scroll of whatever we're talking about at that moment. So that's
God bless
crazy.
whoever just sneezed.
Oh,
I just heard
Really?
And speaking about calling out certain entities or beings 3 times, it reminds me of first of all the movie Candyman, and then there was Beetlejuice, and then they say also Bloody Mary, right?
Yeah, all
You
those.
look in
But
the
this was
mirror and
supposedly what this gentleman had said, that the Squatch that he interacts with, you state your name 3 times.
Right.
Your own name to let them know who you are. But yeah, that is kind of weird that you mentioned that, the whole Candyman, Bloody Mary. That is odd.
That is, and they're all in 3s.
Yeah, 3. Anything in 3 is supposed to be a mockery to Christianity, to the Trinity. Yeah. So it's interesting to think about, and that's just one of those things when you have these open lines, you kind of wonder,
Try this again.
Try this again and go
Hold
on.
Leslie.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. You can hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're like 25 minutes beyond why I was trying to get on in the first place.
That was the whole. She's. I'm gonna refresh real quick about the ghost passing through somebody.
Oh, right.
Yeah, she's got an opinion on that. Right.
Leslie?
Oh, hang on a minute. I'm trying to get rid of this back page. Hang on a minute.
Oh, okay. No worries. Forrest does have something he wants to say, though.
Okay. Well, what's up, buddy?
Go ahead. I'll let him know.
Yeah, I know you guys are chatting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good now.
All right, hold on 1 second. What's up, Forrest?
I just want to say, let you guys know, I'll be doing a show tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll be tomorrow at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. afternoon.
In the Tennessee time zone.
My show, I'll be.
It's Central, right?
Show.
Yeah.
Just letting you guys know because I'll be live show tomorrow.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I just want to say thank you for letting me join this live video.
All right.
I'll subscribe everyone. And I'll probably be back on live video of your show next week or other week. I'll be very big. I'll find out about spirit figure now.
Well,
all right.
Be safe out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be careful looking at paranormal. You don't know what's going to reach back at you.
Right.
Yeah.
He's got
Hey, Leslie, nice to meet you.
Oh, hi, Sean. How are you?
All doing great. Telling old ghost stories, I guess.
I hear you. I'm interested in some of the stuff that you're into. I got to come and check out your channel. Anyways,
well, come tomorrow night. You never know. Hard to tell who's going to call in.
Do you do live? Yeah, obviously you do live, right?
Yeah, live call-in show. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
When you call my number, hey, what's your name and where you from and what's your story? There's nobody there filtering that call.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's interesting.
All right, I'll come check you out.
You've gotten some really, really good call-ins lately.
Oh yeah, I don't know why, who, or
all
why,
of a
or
sudden,
how.
like you're getting pounded with them. I'm like, good for you, dude.
Well, I guess there's a lot of people out there that got a little bit of truth to spread around, so that's good.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good for people to get it off their shoulders, and get it out from just. A lot of times, people don't want to, come on and show their face. You've seen that happen a lot.
Oh yeah. Well, you got that number, and you got a little anonymity behind it. So there you go. It's just one of those I don't know. Maybe it's my voice, maybe it's my demeanor or whatever. But a lot of people like to talk and tell their stories. I've had a lot of people say, "Hey, I've been holding on to this all my life," and I thought, well, I got the call. Said, "Hey, you said call in if you've been holding on to this story for a while." So I thought that was my sign to call in and tell you something. And it's incredible. Some stories are like, wow. And, even if it's not anything that you think would be entertaining or informative, it could be to somebody else that needs to hear it. You never know.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
That's why I always encourage people to tell their stories.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever you can tell it, tell it. Because,
Well,
people need to hear it or someone's going to benefit from it,
yeah.
I wanted to mention something, from like 20, 30 minutes ago when we were talking about when the ghost walks through you.
Uh-huh.
It's technically not what's going on. Our worlds overlap. Like there's three, we know of 3 dimensions, but it just happens to be a coincidence that they are walking where you're standing. And it's very possible that you can feel them, but they don't realize that they're walking through you. That's not like a crappy thing to do. It just happens. They're not in your house when they're walking through you. They could be in their forest. They could be in their kitchen. And for some reason, you're lucky enough to see them. We don't know what causes that or why. It just happens. But you notice it doesn't happen all the time. It's a very rare occurrence to see a full body apparition. Very, very rare. But that's what's happening is they're walking, minding their own business. And who knows, maybe it affects them as well when they walk through you. But yeah, that's what we know so far about that. Apparently, what we know about that.
Our best
yeah.
guess.
Yes,
yeah, because some
exactly.
people will see time period specific clothing and different stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you got all this time portal stuff where people say, "Hey, I was in this another different land." You got this one story where this guy flew in and was held by customs because his passport was weird.
Mm-hmm.
He's from some weird country that never existed here, but he had money. I forgot what that.
Yeah, I heard of that one.
You heard of that one? Yeah,
Yes.
So, is it possible that that dude crossed the barrier between one reality to the next? Sure, why not?
Happens all the time. All the time. Yeah.
Well, he had a passport.
Yeah, he had that weird passport
that took off and then disappeared and then all of a sudden lands. Like, that's not that movie. Like, this really actually happened.
Yeah, this actually really happened. They actually had it documented, and he was under guard by custom agents or something, and he disappeared under arm. I don't know if they're armed, but they were guarding his door.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy stuff.
So is it possible? Absolutely. How many? Leslie just said 3, 4, 5. I've heard of up to 12 or 13, 14 different dimensions. It's kind of hard to think up to that. You have to have a brain way bigger than mine to kind of put your fingers around that one.
Yeah.
Who
they've proven 12 so far for sure.
Oh, I've never heard that, but I definitely have heard 3. But who does a lot of information on this is that Mike Patterson from Sasquatch, Ontario. That's where I started looking into this about 6-7 years ago. And he's actually, a lot of people say he's a hoaxer, but you know what? It's just like everybody else, which is exactly why I would never, ever, ever put myself out there as a researcher, ever. But he's got some pretty amazing pictures because the Sasquatch that he deals with come in and help themselves to his camera. So then when he goes and he notices that the camera isn't where he left it. So then he knows he's got to go and check and see what's on there. And some of the stuff you can't even imagine, like, where did these pictures come from? There's no way they took place anywhere near Ontario. Another thing he pointed out is in the dead of winter, he would go outside and there'd be one footprint covered in mud in the middle. Like we get like lots of snow up here. Where did that foot get dirty? Right.
Mm.
And so it's
Because
lots of,
everything's frozen.
right,
Right.
right. And there's one footprint, and there's like 20 feet circling that one footprint. Where did it go? Where did it come from?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know? So it's
And
pretty interesting.
I love Mike Patterson's works. I've been
Mhm.
following him for a while. My younger brother put me onto him. And
Mhm.
at first, I was just like, I don't know. You know, he gets a lot of vocals and, like you
Yeah.
said, the
Yeah.
footprints and all this stuff. But it all started making sense to me
Mhm.
the further I was checking him out, and I wouldn't doubt what's going on is some sort of relationship with him and that family of Sasquatches.
Uh-huh. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Hey,
hear a lot about that kind of stuff when they're able to create some kind of connection.
they've
Like,
even gone to his house in Toronto. Like this is way up in the Kawarthas where I'm going to be moving to, hopefully. But they've actually come to his home, his apartment in Toronto. And he has this thing where they drop marbles when they're around, and they actually say marble. But, anyways, they drop marbles. And then he moved into a new place. I don't remember all the details, but something was going on. He was going through some grief. Maybe there was a death in the family or something. Anyways, he heard tink, tink, tink noises. And he followed them, and he had a fireplace. And on the fireplace was this bowl, and he found, I'm not even sure, a handful of marbles in that bowl. And he didn't have those marbles. Like, where did they come from, you know?
Wow.
So that's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah. So
really
speaking of the marbles, so I was on this on the coast, Northern California, Mendocino County, a little south of a town called Albion, and I found a bunch of structures. I mean, it must have been like more than 10 structures, stick structures on the beach, you know, your teepees and whatnot. And so I was documenting all this. And sure enough, in the sand, I find a blue marble.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was blown away. It made me think of Mike Patterson. I was like,
yeah,
wow. So there could be something to the marbles.
maybe.
And I know he finds structures as well. And he's on private property. And yeah, that was a trip.
They hit him in the head with with branches, and like, not to be mean, but you know, they're
Sort of
much
say,
bigger.
hey, we know you're here. Get out of here. We don't want you around here.
Listen, you have not like you got to listen to this. The vocals he has they're amazing. You actually, he's got a recorder beside his gifting tree where he leaves food, and you can hear them eating and burping, and also, you know, other things.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah, and it's, oh my God, it's pretty crazy.
that-
And
does he have the cooler as well?
the cooler?
Like the ice chest, the Yeti? I think that's what you guys call them, Yetis.
No, I don't
Oh,
think so.
okay.
We
I'm
call
trying
them
to remember whose
Bigfoot
video that
and
is.
Sasquatch. We don't call them Yeti here, I don't think.
No, like the cooler. The ice chest.
Where I think
Sorry.
Perfect.
Oh, God.
the Yeti brand is good. I got a few of their products.
Sorry
But
about that.
I think if I'm not mistaken, you might be talking about. I think it might be Mike who had and it might have been a Yeti cooler, but and he left possibly like some chocolate in there for them.
Yeah,
And
he had like you could kind of, you can't really see him moving it around, but you can hear him, and yeah, there's some kind of setup. I'm not sure whose channel that was. But.
He had a gentleman on there. He does children's books. I can't remember his name, but this guy went on there or was there visiting, and he had face-to-face sightings. A marble drops. They asked, "Can you show us a red marble?" and this red marble appears about 6 feet away and then drops straight down in front of them. And then, like, just amazing. They've got handprints, footprints all over the place. They've got vocals like you've never, ever heard. Amazing vocals. They're actually speaking and saying Mike and flower, different things. Amazing stuff.
Oh, okay. Was he out at some cabins
Yeah.
Yes.
originally, and then the place where he was, like, they owned the cat, like he was visiting originally, and then they told him he couldn't come
Yes.
back?
There was
Okay.
a big fight. They had a big
Yeah.
falling out. Yeah, but they're okay now. They've worked it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure what happened to him.
Yeah. No, he's back. Can't hear you, Mobs.
Yeah. So when that thing talked, when it said its name, Mike, did it sound
Yeah.
like it was saying it like breathing in at the same time?
Yes, backwards. Yes.
Yes.
And that's why a lot of people are saying it's just a bunch of bullshit because
Right,
Sorry.
wanting a brother. He was saying brother too,
He also-
right?
His brother too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And flowers for Mike. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
And he
But,
gets the orbs also.
orbs. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Everything you can imagine is going on there. It's pretty crazy. And then when he took a break, when you were mentioning Jackie, he took a break and he was down in California. I think he was dating somebody down there. He got you know how people are putting their cameras on their bumpers just to catch what they're driving by. So he did that. And then later he looked at the footage he had, and there was a huge squatch in the bush, or not in the bush, in the ditch.
Mhm.
Right. That was
yeah.
his.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
and that was also, I mentioned earlier, where I found the structures in the marble on the coast. That's the same county. That was in Mendocino County where he was visiting in California.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. He seems to they radiate to him a lot.
Huh.
So, he's
Now,
the one that
Mendocino County is also where they had that show on Hulu or something, right? About the
Yeah.
Sasquatch killing the growers.
Yeah, I got to watch the first 2 episodes, and I got Hulu just for that. And I haven't seen, I don't know if they put out episode 3 and 4, but yeah, that's Mendocino. And the county above that is Humboldt County, where if you go to the BFRO, Humboldt County has the most Sasquatch Bigfoot reports, and right in between that is where the Patterson Gimlin film was taken. It's between Humboldt and Del Norte County, Bluff Creek, and I've been there several times, and with some guys and some well-known guys I could mention, and yeah, we've had some activity happen out there. Investigated those areas and actually been to the site where it was filmed, and yeah, it's definitely a good spot.
Wow. Huh. Yeah, I had a friend get married there, and we went there. They got married in the woods. It's pretty awesome.
So tell me a little bit more about these marbles dropping out of thin air. That's interesting. It sort of sounds like if you guys have heard of the skull experiment. It happened over in England, where they do a seance in this dark, secluded room that's closed off, and everything they bring in is monitored and checked. And they've had flowers, newspapers fall from way back in time, right there in the middle of them. Had disembodied hands and voices during it. You need to look it up. Skull experiment, SCOLE. I think there's a couple of documentaries about it too. It's just one of those things. It's kind of head scratchers. They actually had rolls of film that was undeveloped in package, put in a sealed box, and it comes back out with entire scripts written in the whole film thing.
Yes, I've heard of that. And then
there.
like even images, right? So
Yep,
like
images. Yeah, I think I was following the skull experiment on Twitter, and they said they changed the medium to crystals or something like that instead of what they were doing then. But I lost track of it since then. But it's so interesting if you're into the paranormal. That's a rabbit hole to jump down.
Wow. Yeah.
Sounds like it.
It is.
Then you kind of wonder, oh, what the heck did I just hear in the middle of the night?
Yeah, well, what really trips me out is like what Tesla was starting to work with too, before all of his defunding happened, like he was getting into that kind of stuff. So it's really interesting.
Well, he's working on that mind chip where you can be hooked up to the internet 24/7. So I think that is
No, I mean the
progressive.
actual Nikola Tesla.
Oh, not that
Elon Musk.
Tesla. Not Musk.
Yeah,
Okay.
not
Not the
Elon Musk.
company.
There you go. Yeah, it's
The real guy.
Yeah, the Quake machine. That was weird.
Yeah, no, he was working on like
yeah.
talking to spirits and yeah, and actually working with some imagery, like because he developed all that kind of X-ray
Edison was
technology
into
and
that whole thing too when he was doing his thing, stealing everybody's work from
stuff.
what I
Yeah,
read. But he was into the paranormal and trying to communicate with the other side as well.
I might speak out of. I have to look it up, but there's a possibility. I think I'm right, but I'm going to look it up. That Edison, well, he had a place down here in Florida, right here on, I think it was Sanibel Island, but supposedly had seen Sasquatch or skunk apes that they call them down here. I believe there's a story of him seeing one. I have to look it up.
oh yeah, you definitely do. I want to hear that.
Do you want to know? This is really funny because when the show first started, I kept asking, "Has anybody ever heard of Sanibel Island?" Just when you first started tonight, because I actually had a funny thing happen there when I was like really, really little. We went camping there. My parents would always take, whenever family would visit from Canada, we'd always go to Sanibel Island. I couldn't remember for years what the name of that island was until just before this show started. So that's what I was asking. Has anybody heard of that? Because I wasn't sure if I had the right name. But I had the weirdest thing happen there. I was like, I think 4 or 5 years old again. And, back in those days, you didn't have to watch your kids. God forbid. But anyways, place was busy and my parents were screaming for me because it was close to dinner time. And I come walking up the beach with this alligator 2 feet from me. And my dad came running over and grabs me. And this alligator just walks along. And I'm like, it's my friend. I've been playing with it all day long. And honest to God, my dad had to take me by the hand and walk me back to the beach to get this thing to leave our campsite. It wouldn't leave. It had to follow me back to the beach.
Wow.
Yeah. Weird,
Wow. Just never caught you, huh?
No, a little off topic, but yeah, I just had this memory come into my head all of a sudden. So, anyways, yeah, sorry about that.
No,
so
that's
folks,
great.
my phone's it's almost done with battery, so I want to.
Dwarf, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, man.
Nice to meet you,
Mogion, Iron,
Yeah.
everyone, Sean, Leslie, everyone who was on, everyone in chat.
Thank
Y'all have a blessed night. And yeah, this was fun, and we'll definitely love to do it again, man.
Anytime, man.
Yeah, I try to catch all of Mogion's shows for sure.
Yeah,
He's
man.
always got something going on that I like to listen to.
Yeah, and I'll be checking you out, Sean. Yeah, so blessings and good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are we at? 2 hours? Oh, geez, 28 minutes over.
Oh, geez. There you go.
Look at us rolling
folks,
along.
join me tomorrow night.
Bunch of chatterboxes.
Yeah, definitely tune in tomorrow night with Sean G. I'm Chasing the Truth. What time is that?
8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, whatever is on the left coast. 6 over there.
6, yeah.
So yeah, it's always fun. You never know what's going to happen. You might hear me rattle on for a few minutes until the calls start happening, and then
I know
it takes a life all its own after that.
Wow. Well, I'll call for sure. Or come
Go
check
for
it
it.
out. Yeah, for sure.
Go for it. Now, I've got a Skype that you can, call in that way if you want to call in that way. You don't have to show your face or nothing. You just, it's all audio anyway.
Oh, that's cool.
Plus, I think with the Skype, it's a better quality audio than calling just on your phone, I think.
Yeah.
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 Whispers has a question for you, Mugs.
Who does? Oh, Mogan.
Whispers in the Dark. He's got some interesting stories too. It sounds like
absolutely.
Sean.
Hold on. Mogan Mars, can I post my email on my channel name so people? Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Some people don't ask.
Yeah.
Thanks to Mr. Lee for posting my stuff there. I appreciate that very much.
Mr. Lee.
And guys, don't forget, check out Cryptids Canada, Leslie's channel.
Oh,
she does, amazing narrations.
Yeah.
Show some love and check it out.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've listened to a couple of your shows already, Leslie. It's interesting stuff.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. Yeah, and don't forget to hit the like button while we're standing around chatting.
Right?
Yeah, thumbs up. Thumbs it up.
She tells me all the time to you got to say it in the beginning.
So the reason a lot of people don't understand how that works and why it's important when you get on something, I always say if you like it, hit the like button, but it's kind of after the fact. With Mobs, it's really important to hit while you're there because it's live. And if he gets X amount of, say, traffic really quick, then he'll basically go on to somebody's For You page or, so that people will say, oh, what's this channel? And they go check it out. And it's in the moment. So it's really important when you come on, hit that like button right away. And that way it just gives him access to more traffic, which helps him earn some money, right? And that's the bottom line. You want to help him get some, some flow.
Mike was just asking for your PayPal. My nemesis.
Yeah, dude. I'll post it in the description, but you can also go back to. Oh, I didn't even know if I put it in the last show.
You're bad at that.
A couple shows back, it's in there. I'm terrible at it. I know.
You are, because you know why? You feel bad asking, but what people need to understand, and I'm not preaching, but you put a lot of time into this, and you take your time, and a little bit helps. A little bit goes a long way, and it's appreciation. It's what do they call that? Oh my goodness. They have to pay like $35 each to go to the show, or, cable is so much money, whatever, right? It's like entertainment, and it's, it's cheap. It's a few bucks. It helps out, right? That's why, I should shut my mouth, but I believe in it. If you really like somebody, I donate $1 a month to Thinker Thunker. That guy, he doesn't post a lot, but I'm telling you, he puts a lot of work into what he does, right?
Oh,
so,
there's
it's $1 a month.
That's one of those channels that you either love it at that moment or you just don't agree with it at all.
100%. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, he works hard to give you the best information that he has access to. And some of his stuff will just knock your socks off, So whatever. But
Miss T and I argue over that dude's videos a lot.
Do you?
You think that's real? No. Well, I do. And vice versa. It's just one of those weird things.
But you know what?
Mrs. T is right here. She says, and there are people who just want to thank you.
Yes.
And what a better way than PayPal?
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, buy them a coffee. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I had to be told, like, dude, don't, you're almost insulting people when you say you don't want anything, or because there are people who just like to help out.
Yeah.
So they kept telling me I would get yelled at from them, just, don't be so humble or whatever, however they put it. They were like, just, people like to help. So give them the opportunity to help. So that's why I started posting the PayPal and chat, you know, I mean, in comments. Yeah, there too. Description.
Yeah.
I get
Hey,
it.
Mugs, you can put that on your actual, description in your bio. You can put that.
Yeah,
link there.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do we have a bio on YouTube? Where would that be?
That's part of the set up the channel part.
Yeah,
Wow.
the description underneath, like if you look,
Oh, yeah?
Well, your main page where everybody sees whatever your banner is, you can put links
Yeah.
in your banner and stuff like that. Yeah, you can put that link there.
Oh, okay.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
I know there's an about page where you tell, and you could put your email and stuff there, but I never knew you could put like a PayPal there. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You learn
Something
every
new,
day.
learning all the time.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Seven Pearl said earlier. If you learn something new every day, you're having a good day. It's a good thing. I'm babbling.
Yeah.
Well, folks, appreciate you. See y'all tomorrow night. If you jump in, just say hi or call in. Don't matter to me.
And it's all paranormal, right? No Bigfoot, just paranormal.
Everything and everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
anything you want to talk about, from UFOs to cryptids to paranormal. Yeah, or I've jumped into some political crap, but that's a little head scratcher, because if I say I'm a Trump supporter, then you pissed off half the people, or you attracted half the people. So
yeah,
that's just one of those things, and I really don't give a crap.
Do you know how many times I have to remind people that I'm Canadian? So my opinion doesn't matter at all. I get in trouble.
Show Moggs the money. Show Moggs the money. There you go. Yeah, Canadians, I give Canadians a hard time because the gravy they pour all over their fries.
Oh. Yeah, with the cheese.
You don't like the chicken?
Yeah.
Chicken gravy, you don't like it? Or
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Sean and Leslie. I'm going to put you guys backstage.
Okay.
All right.
You guys want to say goodnight to chat? Now's the time.
Good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.
Thanks again.
You're welcome.
She's got such a good voice.
Oh, that was a good show.
Yeah. What? That's the second time that it's gone a lot longer, huh?
Yeah, I just get carried away. I don't want to cut people off, and so like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's interesting topics too.
Yeah, it was all over the place. Mm-hmm. And now I'm still hungry because we hit on food, and I'm like,
I know.
But hey, thank you everybody in chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you to my mods. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the show, and share if you're so inclined. And if you're new, subscribe. We'd love to have you as part of the family, because we are basically a family. Big dysfunctional family. And if you want to donate, I'll put the PayPal link in the description, and I'll thank you ahead of time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Helping moms. All right, guys. Miss T, good night. Thank you. That was cool. Stevie B, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We love you.
It's your birthday. Good lucker. There he is.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Peace and God bless.